Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Cassette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
With 4 games left to go in the regular season, every win gets you a step closer to a berth in the playoffs. And it's no different here tonight as the West Fargo Horace Hawks entertain the Wahpeton Huskies for Division IIA football this evening from Horace. A pleasant good Friday evening. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and welcome to Horace Homecoming tonight. Nice evening for football. Kind of has that fall hint to the air with folks bringing their jackets and long sleeve shirts here this evening with that wind howling a little bit more here today. It's the third meeting between the Horace Hawks and the Wahpeton Huskies, and the winner improves to 2-0 in East Region play. Wahpeton won the first meeting 2 years ago. Horace won at Wahpeton last season. After dropping the first 2 games of the year, the Huskies have won 3 straight, including a 28-14 road victory at then-ranked, third-ranked Devils Lake last Friday. Senior running back Trenton Mauk had a 64-yard rushing touchdown in the second half to propel the Wahpeton Huskies. And speaking of Mauk, he's been a menace. The senior so far this season with 573 yards rushing, averaging 7 yards per rush and 7 touchdowns on the season. Also defensively leads the team with 45 tackles. Well, on the opposite side for the West Fargo Horace Hawks, they're on a 3-game winning streak as well, coming off a 28-6 win at Grand Forks Central last week. It's the third varsity season for the Hawks, have relied on a stingy defense, only giving up 8.2 points per contest. So far this year for the West Fargo Horace Hawks, led by their tailback in the backfield, the 5'10 junior in Ty Garai. So far this season, 660 yards on the ground, averaging just under 7 yards per rush with 9 touchdowns here this season. The Hawks defensively, Kaysen Nordic, the junior defensive end, leads the team with 7 tackles. Here for Coach Harvey McMahon. Still to come on our pregame show, we'll take a look at other games going on across the region, let you know what's going on yourliveevent.com for another Friday Night Lights, and the first one here in October. We'll go over the latest 2A football polls, and we'll hear from the head coach of Harvey McMahon here for the West Fargo Horace Hawks as well. It's the Hawks and Huskies on homecoming night for Horace tonight for AA football on yourliveevent.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
High school football continues here on our pregame show. Let's take a look at some other matchups going on across tonight here in North Dakota on yourliveevent.com. Also this evening, you have the Thompson Tommies tangling with the Central Cass Squirrels in Division 1A with Joel Morgan and Brady Siebels on the call. Joel Ansello has number 1 rated Kindred in Division 1A going to Hunter tonight for a date with Northern Cass, and then a audio-only broadcast of Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Oaks. That also is on yourliveevent.com. Minnesota high school football is homecoming up in Ada as the Cougars host Monaga here this evening. Red Lake at Menominee, and then International Falls will go up against Moose Lake, Willow River. Those are our 7 matchups on yourliveevent.com. Latest AA football poll in the state. Grand Forks Red River receiving all 21 first-place votes. The Rough Riders are the only unblemished team left in 2A football in the state of North Dakota with a perfect 5-0 record. West Fargo Horace, number 2 rated team here in the state of North Dakota at 4-1, highest ranking here for Horace in their program history. 2 years ago, they had 1 win. Last year, in their second year of a varsity program, they went to the semifinals, had 6 wins. They will, in terms of projection of enrollment numbers in the next couple of years, move up to 3A. But for this year and next year, again, we'll still be locked in here at AA. You have Dickinson, the Midgets, at 3-2 after a couple early season losses. They've kind of found their groove out in the West. Dickinson is 3rd, followed by Bismarck St. Mary's 4th, and the Devils Lake Firebirds are currently 5th. Wahpeton receiving votes alongside Minot, North Valley City, and Jamestown, and it is a blender in the middle part of AA. Not sure what you're going to get on every Friday night. Your out-of-town scoreboard here this evening. Fargo South is looking for their first win of the season as they make their way up to Devils Lake tonight for a 2A matchup in the East region. Red River at Grand Forks Central. It's the Cushman Classic tonight in Grand Forks between the Knights and the Rough Riders. You also have Bismarck St. Mary's at Valley City. The Highliners able to pick up back-to-back wins, trying to make it 3 straight against the St. Mary's club that also has found their rhythm a little bit here over the past couple of weeks. Jamestown at Dickinson tonight between the Blue Jays and the Midgets. Then Minot North makes a trek across Highway 2 to Watford City. So that's your 2A out-of-town scoreboard here this evening. Some big college football matchups tomorrow night. North side of Fargo, North Dakota State, UND. You have MSUM, the Dragons, making their way to Winona State after a top 25 ranked win against Augustana over the weekend. Valley City State at Dickinson State, and Mayville State at Dakota State. That's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard and games coming up tomorrow as well. When we return, we'll take a look at your East Region standings ahead on the starting lineups, the opening kick, and we'll hear from the head coach, Harvey McMahon, around the corner as well. When we come back, we'll take a look at the 2A East Region standings next here on yourliveevent.com.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
As we continue here on YourLiveEvent.com tonight, AA football here this evening. There's 3 teams that are 1-0 and 3 teams that are 0-1. The rest of the games for all 6 teams in East Region play all have postseason implications. Top 4 teams will make it to the postseason in the quarterfinals. Seed 1 and Seed 2 would host in the quarters, while 3 and 4 would have to go out west. In 2A football, Red River, Horace, and Wahpeton all sit at 1-0. So the winner of this game tonight could be by themselves in the conference standings atop if Central beats Red River. If Red River wins, then the winner of this matchup would improve to 2-0 on the season with Red River, and both teams would be at 2-0 in division play. From there again, Devils Lake, Fargo South, and Grand Forks Central all sit at 0-1 in 2A football. When you take a look at the 3A portion of the Eastern Dakota Conference, West Fargo Cheyenne and West Fargo High at 1-0 so far on the season. Davies has yet to play a conference matchup, but they're perfect in the number 1 team in 3A at 5-0 so far in the season. Then Fargo Shanley and Fargo North at 0-1 respectively. The Wahpeton Huskies will be in their white uniforms here tonight with the purple helmets, the Husky paw on either side, the purple numerals outlined in gold, while for the West Fargo Horace Hawks, they'll be in their all-black uniforms with their black helmets, that Oregon duck feathers, if you will, on either side a little bit here, in their old gold numerals and lettering outlined in white here this evening. It's homecoming night for the Horace Hawks as they welcome in the Wahpeton Huskies. Wahpeton on the season 3-2 so far, head coached by Wade Gilbertson. The Huskies averaging 27 points per game with 321 yards of total offense with 185 on through the air, defensively giving up 28 points per contest. Wahpeton lost in the season opener to Kindred, then went to Minot North and lost against the Sentinels, but since then have rattled off wins against Valley City, Watford City, and on the road at Devils Lake. After this week, the Huskies host number 1 rated Grand Forks River in Wahpeton a week from tonight, then make their way to South and will host Grand Forks Central. The postseason begins on November the 1st. Well, some other stats when it comes to West Fargo Horace. The Hawks are coached by Harvey McMahon, 3rd year as a varsity program here, 10 wins and 15 losses so far here for the Hawks. They're averaging 27 points per contest defensively, only giving up 8 points per game, 254 yards of total offense with 141 on the ground. The Hawks open up the season with a win at Dickinson, lost by 2 at Jamestown, since then defeated North, St. Mary's, and Grand Forks Central, and they've done so by 3 scores or more in every game. After tonight for the Hawks, they will host the Devils Lake Firebirds a week from this evening, make their way to Red River on a Thursday night on October the 17th, then host the Fargo South Bruins on the 25th. So again, that is a look at both teams' schedules still to come and the latest standings as well. We'll take a quick break. We'll return after this. We'll hear from the head football coach of the Horace Hawks. That's Harvey McMahon ahead of the starting lineups and the opening kickoff tonight for Division 2A football here in Horace on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Our pregame coaches conversation brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Joining us now here for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. That again is Harvey McMahon. And Harvey, first things first, let's talk about the defense. If you're only giving up single digits, obviously you're doing something really well through 5 games so far here this year on a per game average at 8 points per game. What has worked so well for you guys this season on that side of the ball, you know, where we're kind of getting over that hump of the midway point so far here of the season?
Yeah, I think part of that is just the experience that's already there. You know, they kind of understand my expectations, and part of that is being excited to play the game of football. And people, I think, don't understand that concept enough. But you've got to be the most excited team on the field, and those guys are. I mean, sometimes I yell at the two-way players because I'm like, man, you guys are dogging on offense because you're so excited for defense. You know, so. Genuinely, when our defense is on the field, they are the most excited team and they desire to be the most physical team.
Someone on the offensive side of the football that's had a really nice season is Ty Garai so far for you. What has just he kind of provided on that side of the football?
Well, first and foremost, he's the ultimate teammate. He is the first one to give credit to anyone else but himself. And he's a great friend. He's an all-around kid. And again, that translates over the football field with his talent. He's obviously an extremely talented kid. To my understanding right now, he's leading the AA division in rushing and touchdowns. He's fast. He moves well. He can read. He's physical. Like, he just has all those all-around attributes. And I would say his selflessness is probably the thing that stands out the most for me.
It's also homecoming night, and it's kind of unusual with a newer team, right? When you have homecoming, you haven't been around for 50, 60 years, so you're not bringing in the 1970 team that won a state championship, but it's year number 3 of this varsity football program. So what does homecoming mean to the Horace Hawks here, Harvey, when you have now a senior class that has graduated and you have opportunities to see younger brothers and younger sisters come through the school that maybe, you know, the older sister or brother is now a senior or a college, you know, freshman or something along that nature? What does homecoming mean for the Horace Hawks?
Well, it means a lot. There's a lot of Hawk pride. You know, the current high school, there's a lot of pride there. I work in the middle school, and these kids are excited to come play for us one day on our turf. The elementary kids are excited. You know, I've connected with the FM athletics teams. There's a ton of pride in the community, so it's going to be a big deal. And then obviously we have our first graduating class, and those guys, I mean, they text me weekly, and they're letting me know, you know, pressure's on. You know, so those guys, our first graduating class will be there, and every game they're the ones putting the pressure on me. So they got a lot of pride, and I look forward to seeing them.
Take us through that. What does it mean, Harvey, to have that first year senior class, to have guys who've been in the varsity program for 3 years now? Some might have a chance 4th year, you know, that are juniors next year will be seniors, just kind of with how the maturation of this program has kind of went. But what does it mean to have those guys, you know, text you and come back to games that did graduate, that kind of laid the foundation, you know, year number 1 to where we are now in year number 3?
Well, it does a couple of things. You know, number one, they're kind of going into the unexplored for the kids that are currently in the program, you know, whether they're playing in college or doing moving on to jobs. Like, they're kind of paving those paths still, you know, for kids that are going through the program. You know, for me personally, it means everything. you can't really understand it until you go through it. And if I could talk to my 26-year-old self when I took the job, I would just say, hold on, because the best stuff's coming ahead. And it's meant the world to me to get those texts, have them come to some away games already, come back home. I had one boy fly up from Arizona for our home opener, and just those types of things. It means a lot to you as a guy, as a person, knowing that what you wanted to instill beyond the game of football is still prevalent.
When you take a look at your opponent tonight for homecoming, the Wahpeton Huskies, obviously when you take a look on paper, Trenton Mauk, when it comes to stats, offensively, defensively, it seems like 44 is probably everywhere when you look at film as well here. I know it's not just him, but what makes Wahpeton a challenging opponent coming up here later tonight, Harvey?
Yeah, I mean, Trayton is all world. I mean, that he's a very tough matchup for whoever. He's a very good athlete. But the one thing about Wahpeton I don't think people understand is, they're extremely experienced. They only graduated one senior, I think, last year that played. And so they're basically, everyone's got varsity experience on that team. So them kind of clicking at this time of the season doesn't really surprise me. I figured they'd be playing well, and they're coached well down in Wahpeton. And so, yeah, again, they're unconventional on both sides of the ball, even on special teams, and it does create problems. And it's no different this week than it was the last few weeks, in the sense where if we don't have a great week of practice and we don't show up for our own homecoming, the Wahpeton Huskies will beat us. And so we got to make sure we bring our A game.
Final thing, when it comes to X's and O's, or if there's a certain factor or area of the game that you have to win, what's the one thing that Horace Hawks must do against Wahpeton coming up once you get to kickoff to try to pick up a second, conference victory and get one step closer, which is what you ultimately want to do, is get to that postseason in November?
Yeah, I think defensively we got to limit big plays. I think offensively we have to limit and win that turnover battle. And then special teams, we really got to capitalize on field position. I would say those are probably the three big things in all phases.
Harvey, as always, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight against the Huskies.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
That again, Coach Harvey McMahon with us here. This interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency will continue after this from Horace.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Transform your space with premium painting. Whether you're looking to remodel an existing space or add new construction from residential, commercial, and industrial, Premium Painting's team of experts delivers top-notch quality and attention to detail on time and on budget. Premium Painting offers services from drywall, wall coverings, millwork, and painting. For a free estimate, contact Forrest Treitel at paintfargo.com or call 701-200-2797.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
Those interviews again with Harvey McMahon, and anything we get on the post-game show brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency, your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to the man that can cover your can. That's DJCoulter.com. Again, DJCoulter.com, providing our interviews here throughout on pregame and postgame as well. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here on this a Friday night homecoming evening as the Horace Hawks about just ready to come out of their helmet here. The Wahpeton Huskies in their white uniforms ready for the national anthem. We'll get to that and the starting lineups here in just a few moments with the opening kickoff schedule for the 6 o'clock hour. Something that we've seen more and more recently in the Metro. We saw Fargo South last week have a 5 o'clock kickoff. On homecoming night, we don't see as many formals, if you will. It's more of get to the game, have some fun, have the dance afterwards for 2 hours or so, and then enjoy the weekend from that standpoint, whatever comes out. So the football game on a Friday with the dance on a Saturday, there still are schools and different districts that do that, but right now we're seeing it more so be a kind of a double twin bill, if you will, where you got the game and then you go for the high school dance afterwards. It's the Wahpeton Huskies trying to improve to 4-2 on the season and 2-0 in conference play, going up against the number 2 rated West Fargo Hawks. The West Fargo Horace Hawks at 5-1 on the season, and they're 4-1 on the season, trying to improve to 5-1, and they as well are trying to improve to 2-0 in conference play. For Horace, nice week so far, winning both of their matches in volleyball. Now trying to cap it off here this week in football as well. Well, for the Wahpeton Huskies, after this game gets done, Wahpeton will go up against number 1 rated Grand Forks Red River, upcoming a week from tonight in Red River. Other matches going on here on yourliveevent.com. Simply go to our website or subscribe to our YouTube channel. In North Dakota, Thompson at Central Cass. The Tommies and the Squirrels. Squirrels rated number 5 in the state. You also have number 1 Kindred at Northern Cass in a Region 1 matchup in Division A. Hillsboro Central Valley at Oaks. That is a audio-only matchup. Games tonight in Minnesota, Monaga at Ada Borup West for homecoming night for the Cougars. Red Lake at Mahnomen-Waban. And then Moose Lake Willow River making the trek to International Falls. That's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here this evening as well on yourliveevent.com. That does it for our pregame show. The opening coin toss is won by the West Fargo Horace Hawks. They have won the toss and deferred to the second half. 4 12-minute quarters up on the scoreboard, and when we return, we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening kick tonight here from Horace on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
So we can get you ready for the starting lineups here for the Wahpeton Huskies. Wahpeton, they will roll like this. Starting at left tackle will be Luke Anderson, the 6'1 junior. At left guard will be Hunter Belkey, the 5'9 junior at 170. Owen Scoville will be the center, the senior at 5'10", 215. Chase Marsh, the 5'11" senior at 190. And Landon Ralph, a 6'2" junior at 225. Tight end of Jackson DeVries, the 6' senior, so far with 294 yards receiving this season. Wide receiver of Caden Bart, the 5'9" sophomore, and Jack Gilbertson, the 5'11" freshman, and Braden Steffens, the 6' junior, with 275 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air so far receiving this season. Tailback of Trayton Mauk, the 5'10" senior at 150, 78 carries for 573 yards and 7 touchdowns. And the senior, standing at 6'1", 150, is Bjorn Kubala. Kubala so far has passed for 929 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. The Wahpeton Huskies, head coached by Wade Gilbertson, averaging 27 points per contest and defensively giving up 28 points per game. Now we turn our attention to the West Fargo Horace Hawks here. West Fargo Horace, they will go like this, starting defensively. A 4-3-4 defense here for the Horace Hawks. They'll go like this. Blake Johnson, a senior defensive end at 190 with 5 sacks on the season. Leading sack getter is Kaysen Nordic with 7 sacks for the 5'11" junior defensive end. Trevor Rederath, the sophomore defensive tackle, 6'2", 230, and Caden Mansky, a 6'1" senior defensive tackle as well at 220. Linebacker here this evening for the West Fargo Horace Hawks will be Liam Glado, the 6' junior, Mason Johnson, the senior at 6'4", and then Gage as well, the starter here this evening for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. Cornerbacks of Bauer and Narum, and safeties of Fuchs and Anderson, Cooper Fuchs, with 2 interceptions so far on this season. Head coach for the West Fargo Horace Hawks is Harvey McMahon, averaging 26 points per game offensively, defensively giving up 8 points per contest. That again is a look at your starting lineups both for the Wahpeton Huskies and the Hawks. Quick timeout, back with the opening kickoff next here in Horace.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we return here on YourLiveEvent.com, Chase Miller, Joey Hughes opening kickoff here for the Horace Hawks coming in moments as they won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. They will be kicking from the right to the left or from the south to the north end zone here. It's not a cloud in the sky, the wind howling from the south, making its way into the press box here at particular times, which is why you bring tape for the papers. 67 degrees here this evening. We'll get to the low 60s and maybe upper 50s by the time this game is all wrapped up. The Wahpeton Huskies in their white, the West Fargo Horace Hawks in their black. You have Trayton Mauk way back to receive alongside with Jackson DeVries. Putting this ball on the tee here for the Horace Hawks is Jacob Birnbaum, the 6'1" junior. Ball goes into the end zone. It's an automatic touchback in high school football. We'll see what happens here as the Hawks will be kicking with the wind at their back as everybody's on their feet. A great crowd on homecoming night here at Horace. Opening kick on the way at 6:03. This will be a little pooch kick to the 33-yard line, and the Huskies smartly get on the ball immediately and go down to a knee. There is Landon Ralph. Very heads-up play by Ralph. They're not trying to make too much out of nothing. Just get the ball in good starting field position here for the Wahpeton Huskies, as we'll see the first time here tonight. Again, their senior quarterback in Bjorn Kubala. Ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line. So a great start field position here if you're a Wahpeton Husky fan, as the Huskies will come out. 2 wide receivers, both left and right, with Kubala. Trayton Mauk, the halfback, lines up to his right. Horace going to blitz 5. Handoff goes right up the middle. Trayton Mauk able to get around that first, but not through the second. But however, for Mauk, a good healthy gain of 4 yards here, and something that they were talking about a little bit here in the pregame show with Harvey McMahon saying Horace or Wahpeton might be a little unconventional at different times in terms of how they might run an offense and a defense, but good start there for the Huskies. Makes it 2nd down and medium, 2nd and 6. Horace, 4 linemen See if they blitz again. They brought that middle linebacker in the first time. Quick little pitch play to the outside, and Gilbertson gets stuck at the 35-yard line. Great sprawl attempt here from the West Fargo Horace Hawks with Axel Anderson as he delivers the X for a loss of 3 yards. So Gilbertson with the catch here. Wahpeton unable to do much with it, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. They will go trips to the outside one to the near sideline here for Wahpeton with Braden Steffens. Shotgun formation. Horace right now with 3 men at the line. Now they're maybe bringing a 4th here for the Hawks. Play clock down to 7 and counting. Shotgun. Kubala, 3-step drop going down the near sideline, and this one's going to be incomplete for Steffens. Good coverage there by Dylan Otterson on the outside, and that'll be a potential 3-and-out upcoming here for the Wahpeton Huskies. Wahpeton will have to kick into this wind, so you're going to want something on a line drive here as the Horace Hawks will be back at their own 40-yard line as Israel Bauer stands back at his own 40. On to punt will be the kicker. Make him also the quarterback here in Bjorn Kubala so far on the season. 10 punts, averaging 31 yards per punt. There's the snap, able to get this one off, but this will be off the side of Kubala, and it might be a loss of a yard. It will be a loss of a yard here on the punt, and the Horace Hawks will have great starting field position at the 34-yard line of Wahpeton. So he had a 3-and-out on the way for Wahpeton after a nice run by Trayton Mauk. That's the one thing that West Fargo Horace has done a really good job of this season is just giving up 8 points per contest, 5 offensive touchdowns. 1 touchdown was a scoop and score by Jamestown defensively. It'll be 1st and 10 upcoming here for the Hawks. Ball will be on the north side of the Huskies at the 33 with 10:36 remaining here on YourLiveEvent.com. In the opening quarter, Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with the here I formation as they will come out here with Taylor Stefanowicz, the 6'5 senior at 170. Stefanowicz hand off this one going right up the middle, and the Hawks make their way past the 30 to about the 28-yard line as Reed will come in. Fell will come in on the rush to the 28 for a gain of 5. Reed Fell, the sophomore, 28 carries for 137 yards and no touchdowns so far on the season. Toby Rederath, the senior at 6 foot 220, guards of Adam Bamba and also Blake Johnson. Sommerfeld, the right tackle at 6'5" senior, and Levi Gordon, a 6 foot senior at left tackle here for the Hawks. 2nd and medium here for Horace. I formation handoff. This going to the outside. Bouncing his way to the outside is Garai. And Garai to the 15 in the red zone to the 14-yard line. A gain of 14. Ty Garai, again, the 5'10 junior with 160 pounds. Slot back of Aiden Green with Johnson. That's Mason, the fullback, and Brent Livingston. But we'll also see at fullback at particular times here tonight will be Kaysen Nordic. We'll get to the Wahpeton Huskies defense here after this play. 1st down and 10, ball spotted inside the 15 here at the 13 as Garai dots the I yet again. Here's a play that goes right up the middle, and Garai's going to get stuck immediately on the outside. Good pursuit by the Huskies defensively. Luke Anderson was part of that party at the nose guard spot, makes it now a 2nd and 10. Also on the line here, Chase Marsh and Landon Ralph. Ralph with 2.5 sacks this season for the Huskies. Brushert, Isaiah was part of that tackling party as well. Trayton Mauk with Doctor and Michael Peterson at the linebacker spots. Steffens and DeVries at corner with Gilbertson and Martinez in the safety. Jack Gilbertson so far 4 interceptions through 5 games this season for the Huskies. Huskies looking to bring pressure. Here goes Garai. Garai to the 10, and Garai rolls his way to the number that he's wearing to the 8-yard line for a gain of 5. 3 carries so far for 19 yards. Taking a look at Horace this season. Jacob Birnbaum, their kicker, 14 of 17 on point after attempts, 0 for 2 in field goals. If you would kick a field goal, it would be towards the left or the north end zone here with just where that wind is howling in. Anything going south tonight, that's going to pose a problem when it comes to the kicking game. 2 wide receivers spun out right, 1 near sideline here. Shotgun formation for the first time for Stefanowicz. We'll see if the Huskies, they're looking to bring some pressure. There's a nice little counter play. Making his way into the end zone is Garai. And the Horace Hawks on homecoming night take a lead with a 7-yard rushing touchdown. They were able to just kind of wash the blitz there on that counter play. A nice little hole opened up for Garai, and it will be a point after attempt upcoming here for the Horace Hawks as they get the rushing touchdown. As Birnbaum will come on here for the PAT for Horace. The holder is Matthew Dick. Long snapper is Braden Names. This kick is going to be end over end and unable to get enough of it. But the Horace Hawks take advantage of the short field. They go 33 yards for the score. It's 6-0 Horace on your liveevent.com.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
2 minutes and 30 seconds comes off the clock. Horace goes 33 yards. They take advantage of the negative 1 yard pump by the Huskies, and they go down the field, get in the end zone, and it's 6-0 early on homecoming night here for Horace. And this is something that they've done extremely well in their last 3 wins. Beat Minot North 33-7, beat St. Mary's 28-7, and beat Central 28-6. They utilize complementary football with their defense and offense and able to get a 3-and-out short field, and they get the ball, and they take advantage of the 6-yard rushing touchdown. So Birnbaum will put this one on the team with the whipping wins here. They will have a holder this time. Birnbaum at the 40-yard line. Nice little soft little pooch, and Landon Ralph gets another opportunity here. This time slides his way to the 40-yard line, and the Huskies will have great starting field position for their second possession of the game. Landon Ralph and that upman spot getting a lot of work here early on. And for the Wahpeton Huskies, they will try to answer on their second drive here. We'll see if Trayton Mount gets a couple more touches. Got an early touch for 4 yards. Able to move the pile a little bit there, as this one will come out first down and 10. Handoff, Trayton Mauk will utilize this one. Mauk, a shoestring tackle to about the 44-yard line, and the Wahpeton Huskies will take that from Trayton all game long. 3-4 yards, and you're about a shoe step away from breaking a 10-yard rush. 2 carries now for 7 yards for Mauk here, as Wahpeton Huskies look on the far sideline. Second down and 7. They will go twins near sideline 1 to left. Shotgun formation. The Hawks with 4 down linemen here. Here's going to be a handoff to Mauk again, and Mauk this time tries to evade a couple, but the Horace Hawks doing a good job in pursuit coming in, and this will go back to the original line of scrimmage. One of the park is going to be Nordic in on the tackle, and they're going to mark it here. Ball will be spotted at about the 43-yard line, so a gain of 0 yards. So third down and long upcoming here for the Huskies. They will need to get to midfield for the first down. 2 wide receivers near sideline, 1 left. Again, you're throwing into the wind here for Kubala. Shotgun. Kubala, play action, rolling far sideline, looking for a man. Here's the throw, and this is going to be incomplete, but there's a flag. Getting there just a hair early will be Jackson Narum on the tight end spot of Jackson DeVries. You rolled DeVries out to the flat, rolling his way to the far sideline was Kubala, and getting there just a little bit early was Narum for the first penalty of the contest for either club. We'll see if it's a hold or pass interference. They will say it's a pass interference. It will be a spot Powell from the 43-yard line, and you'll mark it off and give them the first down here as well. So tough one there if you're the Hawks. You had a chance to get off the field one more time. Instead, it will be 15 yards, and for the first time this evening, Horace defense will have to play against the Huskies in their own side of the field. So if you're Wahpeton, a little second shot of life here, as they will come out here for Wahpeton. Shotgun formation, as they will handle it with Mauk to left-hand side. Mauk with a handoff, trying to go through the teeth of the defense, and he's going to get wrapped up by Blake Johnson for a tackle of loss for 2. Mauk 4 tackles, or 4 carries so far for 5 yards. Good job by Johnson. Makes it now 2nd down upcoming. So far, 5.5 minutes gone on the scoreboard here. It's 6-0 in favor of the Horace Hawks on homecoming night. 2nd year of having seniors on the program. The first year, 2 years ago, had 0. So now these guys have kind of gone through the system for Coach Harvey McMahon, knowing what they want. Wade Gilbertson, the head coach here for the Huskies. Shotgun formation, 2nd and long. Kubala getting chased. Kubala making his way to the near sideline. Kubala steps up, throws, and that'll be complete at the 46. Or they're going to say, no, it's incomplete to Gilbertson. Even if it was a completion, maybe would have been a yard or 2. Instead, brings up a 3rd down and long. So far, I think for Horace, the name of the game is pursuit. They are flying around, no pun intended, being Hawks as their mascot here, but they are moving and they are not giving the quarterback, Kubala, any time to really mount a throw. And now the question is, if you're Wahpeton, do you utilize this as a 4-down territory, trying to get maybe 5 or 6 yards here on 3rd down, then go for it on 4th? Trips to the near side, 1 to left. The Horace Hawks with 4 down linemen, as they've done for the majority of the game. And they brought pressure at that middle linebacker spot at particular times so far here tonight. And we'll have a flag, and this one might be a delay of game with 0 on the play clock, and that'll be the first penalty on the night for the Huskies. 1 penalty for 5 yards here, and the Huskies will go from 3rd and 12 to now 3rd and 17. All things considered for October, not a bad evening, just a little windy here in Horace. And Horace used to kind of feel like its own part of town. Now it's kind of part of the metropolis, if you will, of the Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo area. Just a suburb and another town as the Liberty or the Heritage Middle School with the Horace High School here on the same block. 3rd down and long. The Huskies will need to get to the Hawks' 32-yard line to keep the drive alive here. Shotgun formation. They get a little swing pass out to Mauk, and Mauk's going to get wrapped up for about a gain of 1. Trenton Mauk will get a yard, makes it 4th down and long. For Trenton, that'll be his 9th reception of the year for 124 yards. However, for the Huskies, they will have to come on and punt this football away. As taking a look, we'll have a new punter here for the Wahpeton Huskies. On the first punt, again, was Bjorn Kubala. Trenton Mauk looks to be back at his own 41-yard line here. As for the Hawks, they will have Bauer back at his own 20, about 7. There's the snap. Mauk's going to rugby-style kick this one off into the wind. Bauer gets it at the 25, breaks a tackle, picks up a block. Bauer shoots to the 30, and he makes his way to the 35 before he's wrapped up at the 38-yard line. So a nice little punt return there for Bauer for about 13 yards, and the Wahpeton Huskies have to punt for the 2nd time here tonight. And it's the 2nd Horace Hawks starting at their own 38-yard line here. Horace with a starting field position at the Huskies 33 and 38. Can't complain there. Reminder, if you're a Minnesota Vikings football fan, you might have church or some breakfast and football. Regardless, it's going to be early, 8:30 for an opening kickoff against the New York Jets over in London. It'll be on Sunday at, again, 8:30 for the Viking fans out there. Garay is going to he's going to get this one past the 40 to about the 42-yard line, using a little eye candy there with that jet motion. So 4 yards, 5 carries for 30 yards for Garay so far. Huskies, Omar Martinez at 5'4", the senior. Might remind some Wahpeton Husky fans of Ryan Smith, who's also on the coaching staff here for the Huskies. Wasn't the maybe biggest in high school or the biggest in college, but man, did that guy fly around and make some plays both for the Huskies on Friday nights and then for the Bison on Saturdays. And hey, how about the Winnipeg Blue Bombers for the CFL as well? 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Hawks. Wahpeton, they're going to bring 5. This one will go to the outside. Another chance for Garay here, and Garay gets about a yard. Good pursuit from the Wahpeton Huskies in the backfield as Brushert able to make the tackle, make it 3rd down and 5. Horace is a team that will ground and pound you. They will have the opportunity to throw. So far, 73 attempts for the senior quarterback and Taylor Stefanowicz. When you break it down, that's about 12 passing attempts per contest. And with Horace taking a 2 or 3 possession lead a lot of times in the second half, just can kind of ride the football out on the ground here. They will need to get to their own 48-yard line for the first. Twins to the near side, one to the right. Huskies with just a single safety about 10 yards off the ball. Stefanowicz has all day to throw. Pops a pass, has a man with Green. Cut at the 30. Green to the 20, to the 10. Makes a cut, and he walks into the end zone for a 57-yard pitch and catch. Stefanowicz to Green. Green with the second receiving touchdown of the season, and the Hawks lead it by 12. 57 yards on the pitch and catch. And that was a beautiful pass by Stefanowicz, using the wind at his back, just lobbed it up there. Found Green and strutted the 30, and Green gets into the end zone. First point after attempt was no good, and it looks like the Hawks will be trying to go for the two-point conversion here right now, as they are taking full advantage of their first two possessions of the contest. Second-rated team in the state, showing you why early here in this one in Horace. One wide receiver to the right-hand side. No one's guarding him right now. Stefanowicz will give the handoff. It doesn't matter, and it's a two-point rushing score for Garai. New score with 3:27 left in the opening quarter. Hawks lead it by 14.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
62 yards on the touchdown drive, 1 minute and 38 seconds off the clock. 57 yards comes one play again from the quarterback Stefanowicz to Green, and that's for the touchdown. And early on, it's number 2 Horace 14. The Wahpeton Huskies scoreless here in the first quarter. Still a lot of time yet, but for Wahpeton right now, offensively, they'll try to get some mojo going here against this Horace Hawks football club on homecoming night. Winner of this goes to 2-0 in the division, gets one step closer to the postseason as well, with 4 games left in the regular season. Here's the kick on the way for Birnbaum. This is a high end-over-end kick. Going to be returned to the 15-yard line. A chance here for the Wahpeton Huskies, and Wahpeton will get to about the 27-yard line. Jackson DeVries comes in on the return here for Wahpeton. The Huskies right now got to find something offensively against this Horace Hawks defense. One first down thanks in part to a pass interference. We'll see where they go. Obviously, a lot of eyeballs and attention is going to be on the senior Trayton Malk and what he's been able to do here this season. Huskies, twins to the left, one to the near sideline is DeVries, a tight end spot. Horace bringing on a player late here as Malk gets past the 30 and gets about 3 yards. So far for Malk, 5 carries for 8 yards, has a carry of 4, 3, 0, -2, and 3 yards here tonight. So second down upcoming, the Huskies will have Bonchis out to the far sideline, trips to the near sideline. Horace, a lot of man coverage, no safety over the top. One about now 10 yards away. Trayton Malk will go right through the middle. Malk makes a man miss, gets a stiff arm to the 35, first down 40. Trayton Malk out to the outside 50, into Horace Hawk territory, and Malk gets ran out of bounds at about the 37, make it the 35-yard line. A gain of 35 yards, and that's what Malk can do for you, a gain of 35. As we alluded to earlier in the broadcast, saying Malk can make a guy miss, and he's got the afterburners to get to that second level. That's the first time that we've seen Horace have both 1 and 2 players miss immediately, and we'll see if the Huskies can take advantage of that largest play from scrimmage here tonight from Wahpeton so far. First down and 10, 2:39 remaining in the opening quarter. Kubala has some time, steps up, fires, throws one-on-one to DeVries, and it's picked off at the 5-yard line. Going into the wind, it kind of hung up a little bit and held a chance for the Horace Hawks as Axel Anderson comes in on the interception. Tough one if you're Wahpeton. You're going for the one-on-one. A great play call, as you did have DeVries have a step on Anderson, but by the time the ball got there into the wind, it just kind of fluttered down right into Anderson's breadbasket, and there's the interception. So third possession here of the quarter for the Horace Hawks with 2:32 remaining. And this will be at their own 7-yard line. If you're Wahpeton, you got to view it almost as a punt here and try to get the ball back quickly. If you're the Hawks, here's where you kind of want to put an early knockout punch in your opposition if you can go down and score here. Horace won the toss again and deferred to the second half, so they will get it right away to start the second half. Great job coming in on the outside by Omar Martinez, able to get the tackle on Fell for maybe about a half-yard, if that. So Fell make it second down and long, and Omar Martinez at 5'4", he was able to get right to the ankles of Reed Fell, the sophomore, at 5'11", and takes him down on that little blitz from the outside. So second down and 9 here for the Horace Hawks. One wide receiver split out either side. I formation upcoming as Garai dots the I. On our center again goes Stefanowicz. 7 seconds on the play clock here. Stefanowicz, handoff, little counter play to the near sideline, and there he goes. There goes Ty. Garai to the 30, bringing a Husky with them to the 32-yard line. A gain of 24, 1st and 10 Horace. 7 carries now for 55 yards here for Garai here, and got to give credit to where credit's due to the Hawks right now up front. Adam Bamba, Redderat Johnson, these guys are moving on little counter plays and power plays, and they kind of look like what the NDSU Bison for a long time looked like, with having running backs in the backfield during his time with Ryan Smith, with Sam Ojiri, with John Crockett and company, where they had lanes because of the big hog mollies up front. 80 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Horace with a motion man, little jet sweep, if you will, or a little pitch that'll go to Green, and Drayton Malk does a good job stringing that one out. That'll actually be a pass on the quick pass there for -2, maybe 3 yards. So Green going to get his second reception. This will be a loss of 2 for 55. Again, really good job by Malk stretching that one out. And we've seen Horace use some eye candy here, if you will, with that jet sweep action. Then they come right back with a fullback, or that halfback, if you will, coming down the lane. So second down and 12 upcoming, and what kind of feels like a big possession here early in this first quarter. If you're Wahpeton, you don't want to go down by any more than 2 scores here, trying to get the ball back to your offense. Shotgun formation, Stefanowicz gives this one to the outside. Gray gets to the boundary, picks up a block. Gray then going to get met, and he is taken down back to the 32-yard line. Really nice job. Trenton Malk able to be part of the tackling party with Braden Steffens as well. Makes it now 3rd and 12, and that's been the best pursuit back-to-back plays we've seen from Wahpeton so far here this evening. They will give Garai about a gain of 1 back to the 32-yard line. 8 carries now for 56 yards and a touchdown. One wide receiver splits on the near sideline here for the Hawks. That's Bauer. Trips to the right. Again, they got the wind at their back. Clock ticking here with the play clock getting to single digits. Huskies, 3 down linemen. We'll see if they bring 4. They do. Stefanowicz with some time to throw. Pops it down the middle, and that one's going to be incomplete. It was almost complete there with Bauer. Good job coming out with Omar Martinez. Able to get there to bat that one away, and makes it now a 4th down and 12. For a moment, it looked like that was going to be caught for a first down past the 50 and a 1st and 10. Instead, the Hawks will have to come out and punt this football away, as they will have Taylor Stefanowicz back here for Horace, while Braden Steffens will be the return man for Wahpeton. So good timely hit by the Huskies secondary to force a 4th down here, and the Hawks look to punt for the first time here this evening. 4th down and 11 here for Horace. Clean snap, but we might have a false start. Yes, we do. Penalty here on Horace. It'll be their second for 20 yards. High school football got underway at 6:03, nearly a half hour here for the opening quarter on yourliveevent.com. A plethora of high school football games tonight on your live event. 7. Sometimes we got up to 10, maybe 12, just depends on the Friday night. High school playoff football, 9-man starts on October 19th. Division A on the 26th, and then AA and 3A will begin the first day of November. Stefanowicz gets this one off, uses the window hit advantage, and that's a boot that'll roll at the 22 to the 12-yard line. What a kick by Stefanowicz. That's how you flip the field. Ball will be at the 27 to start and go all the way. They will mark it at the 15-yard line. Almost a 60-yard punt on the way. And again, you can use the wind to your advantage. And that'll be the first punt of the game here for the Hawks, for the Wahpeton Huskies. They will get the ball back here with 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter at their own 15-yard line. So if your Wahpeton defense makes the stand after the interception and a chance to cut this deficit back down to 1. As Kubala will be in the gun here. Kubala handoff Mauk. Mauk trying to get to the outside, and really good job by Nordic immediately reading that play on that little read option for a loss of 1, and that'll be the final play of the opening quarter. After 12 minutes of play here from Horace, it's the Hawks 14. Wahpeton with the ball, down by 14 when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
2 scores in the opening quarter. The West Fargo Horace Hawks with a Garay 7-yard rushing touchdown. The point after attempt was no good. Stefanowicz hit Green for a 57-yard passing score. 2-point conversion by Garay was good, and it's 14-0 here in the opening quarter. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here on a Friday night in Horace as we are into the October part of Friday Night Lights, and as we alluded to, playoff football in Nyman not too far away. Already had state golf this past week. Cross country will be getting to their regionals, and then the state tournament will be in Jamestown. So it's going to be a flurry of prep sports activities here in the upcoming weeks. Wahpeton now will be with the wind at their back as the sun is starting to set in the western skies. Tripp still right, one in the near sideline here for the Wahpeton Huskies. Play clock getting to 15. Bjorn Kubala surveys the defense here, has some time, little pump fake going down the far sideline. That'll be incomplete, looking for DeVries. Good coverage on the far side of the field by Jackson Narum here, the 5'10 junior. DeVries, the 6-foot senior, on the outside, makes it now 3rd down and long. So far for Kubala through the air here, 2 of 6 for -2 yards and an interception. His first pass was -3 yards to Gilbertson. Was a quick little screenplay to the outside that got tattooed immediately. Makes it 3rd down and 11 upcoming here for the Horace Hawks defense. They will bring 4. Kubala with a pass down the middle, caught for DeVries, and he needed the 25, and I think he's got the 25 for the first down. Deep crossing pattern, that'll go for 11+ yards and move the chains for the Huskies. They will give him the 26, so a gain of 12 yards. He's got 10 yards passing now. DeVries with his first catch of the night. His 22nd on the season now has surpassed 300 yards on the year. Trips to the right-hand side. Kubala on the Huskies would like a little bit more of what they saw there. Kubala steps up in the pocket, steps up, throws. This will be down the middle. This is going to be close to a completion at the 35, and they got this man as that one will go to Gilbertson. Gilbertson with a deep curl of about 9 yards and back-to-back completions here for the Huskies QB. Gilbertson's second reception now for 6 yards here, and the Huskies with the wind at their back taking full advantage, back-to-back passing plays here in this quarter. Wahpeton, Twins to near sideline here. Horace with 4 linemen. Kubala will survey the far side here and get the play call from the Huskies OC. As Kubala going to hand the ball off to Mauk. Mauk makes a man miss, then Mauk's going to get tied up at about the 38-yard line. It's enough for a first down regardless. Good rush there by Malk. He needed one, had one and some here to the 38. That's for a gain of about 3 yards. 8 carries for 45 yards. The Wahpeton Huskies have 3 timeouts remaining, as do the Horace Hawks here in this first half. Twins to the right, a bunch to the near side here. Kubala back in the shotgun formation. There's Kubala. Clean snap, good pocket, gives it to Malk on the outside. Malk trying to make a man miss, does 40, 45, 50. Look at Malk rumbling his way into Hawk territory down to about the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the pitch and catch. Just get it out quick to your man who can make people miss. Malk 2 receptions for 23 yards, and Kubala has converted 3 straight through the air. 41 yards passing now for Kubala. He's 5-9, and having the opportunity on the outside for the Hawks was Mason Johnson. Just couldn't get the shoelaces quick enough as Malk and the Huskies are on a drive. Kubala with some time. That's going to be picked almost off. Not once, but twice, and maybe a third time there for Axel Anderson. The intended receiver was DeVries, and Anderson timed it perfectly from his safety spot. Anderson saw all the green grass on in front of him and just forgot to bring the football, because if he catches that, that could have been a pick 6. Instead, clock will stop with 9:57 remaining here in the opening half of play. 2 wide receivers near sideline. Here is the Wahpeton Huskies in the shotgun formation. They will hand this one off to Malk. Malk making his way to about the 36, and there's a penalty, and a lot of times where that flag comes, either a hold or a hands to the face. Currently, it's a gain of 4 yards. We'll see who and what the penalty is. As the Wahpeton Huskies right now with a gain of about 3 to 4 yards there for Malk will bring up a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, barring the penalty, and this will be a hold on Wahpeton. So holding on the Huskies, and Coach Harvey McMahon says move them back. So they'll move them back from the hold and make it all the way back to the 50-yard line here. Second penalty. This will be now for 15 yards for the Wahpeton Huskies. 2 penalties on the game. Also for Horace, 2 penalties for 20 yards. Wahpeton will come out twins both to the right and the left. They will need the 30-yard line for the first. 2nd down and long here for the Huskies. Good snap. Kubala, pocket collapses. Kubala breaks out of a sack, makes the pass incomplete. Looking for Gilbertson there. Ball is going to get deflected from the Horace Hawks. Good defense by Liam. Will now make a 3rd down and long. And the one thing I've been really impressed with Horace, they are flying to the football. Whether it's in the secondary, running, they are getting multiple guys towards the pigskin here, and they're making it difficult for Wahpeton when it comes to multiple options here tonight. Huskies, they don't need everything here, but 10 yards might make things interesting on a 4th down call here for Wahpeton. 9:40 left in the opening half. Kubala swings it out. Malk with the catch, and Malk gets tattooed this time by Mason Johnson. It'll actually be a loss of a yard. Trayton Malk so far, 3 catches for 22 yards, 8 carries for 45 yards. 11 times he's had a chance to do something with the football, and good wrap up there by Mason Johnson as Malk will come back at the 39-yard line to punt this football away. For the Hawks with Bauer, he'll be back at his own about 15-yard line. There's the snap. Malk will get this one off. Good kick with the wind. That'll bounce into the end zone and be a touchback. So 50 yards on the punt, 30 yards on the net. And the Wahpeton Huskies defense will look to try to make a stand here against Horace one more time. First possession of the quarter here for the Hawks. They've started at Wahpeton's 33, their own 38, their own 7, and now here at their own 20-yard line. So far for Wahpeton, punt, interception, punt for the Hawks. 2 touchdowns, a punt, and we'll see what they do on the 4th possession. Timeouts, if we have them, brought to you in part by Southview Dental. Your dental care in Moorhead. Go to southviewdental.com. liveevent.com. So far, haven't had to said that tonight here in the opening half. Twins both left and right. Shotgun formation with Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz handing this one off to Garay. Garay in the middle, makes his way past the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Wahpeton with Garrett Schwartz will come in on the tackle. Well, that's a gain of 6, 9 carries. Now for 62 yards. Second down and 4 upcoming for the Horace Hawks, who they don't have to be in any hurry. They're going into the wind. You get the ball to start the second half. So if you could milk off 4 or 5 minutes off this clock and score a touchdown, that'd be about the best thing if you're a Horace Hawks fan. If you're the Wahpeton Huskies, just find a way to not allow Horace to score here and keep it at a 2-possession game and give your offense a chance, bare minimum, to try to get in the end zone and make it a 1-score game before the half. Shotgun formation again. Wahpeton, they're going to bring some heat this time. Garay is going to make his way close to the 30-yard line before he's wrapped up. Look to be enough, as this one will go for a gain of 4 yards, and it is. Coming in on the tackle is Martinez. Martinez, he's just everywhere on the field so far in this opening half. 10 carries now for 66 yards, right at his average. He's averaging 6.67 yards per carry, and right on cue. Even on the weekend, on a Friday, you can do some easy math there for 10 carries for 66 yards so far. First down upcoming for the Hawks. And we'll come on I formation here. Stefanowicz under center pitch play. This one goes to the outside, and can't doing much there is Fell. So that'll be a gain of about maybe 1 to 2. So Fell able to get a couple of yards on the play, and that's about it. Makes it second down and 8. For the Horace Hawks, so far they've bled 90 seconds off this possession through 3 plays. This will be their 4th upcoming here. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining as we near the midway points of the second quarter. One wide receiver to the near sideline and the far sideline here. Huskies with a single safety over the top, about 10 yards off the ball. I formation again. Fell dots the I. This is going to be a handoff to Fell here, and Fell keeps the pile moving past the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Michael Peterson, part of the couple of Huskies in on the tackle, but that'll move the opportunity here to a 3rd and 4. So a gain of 2, then a gain of 4 here for Fell, brings up 3rd down and manageable, as the Horace Hawks will bring Nordic on now to play that fullback spot. Stefanowicz again will go under center. Chance for the Huskies to get off the field here on this 3rd down defensively. They got 8 men in the box. I formation, play action. Stefanowicz rolls, fires. This one's going to be caught at the 45-yard line here for Horace. To Mason Johnson with his 8th catch of the season, now over 100 yards receiving after a nice 7-yard pitch and catch here. First down for the Horace Hawks. Johnson, first reception of the night. Stefanowicz, 3 of 4 through the air for 60 yards. Nothing special about that play, but when you're running the football consistently, you have to take a step or 2 in. All of a sudden, the tight end comes across a little drag route there. And now it's a first down and 10 upcoming here for the Hawks, and the clock keeps on ticking here under 6 minutes in this second quarter. Shotgun formation as Stefanowicz. Motion man will be Green. They will give it to Green here. A chance for Green to bounce to the outside. Here goes Green, goes to the 45, makes a juke at the 50. Look at Green go at the 45-yard line. There is a flag, though, on the far side, and that typically is a potential block in the back procedure. Right now it will be a pitch and catch of about 12 yards, barring the penalty. If you're a quarterback and you got Green and all you got to do is pitch the ball about 6 inches in front of you, you got a lot of yards passing on the season. Holding will be on Horace. This will be from the spot of the foul at the 49-yard line. So it should bring up about a 1st and 15 upcoming here. Regardless, for the Hawks, it'll be 3 penalties for now 30 yards. More importantly, though, if you're Wahpeton, it negates the first down into your territory, and will move Horace back a little bit here and bring up about, again, a 1st and 15. Coming up at the half, we'll take a look at the first half numbers. Let you know how we got to a 14-0 score and keep you apprised of, again, this is an early game across the region here tonight, but other games going on across the state of North Dakota and Minnesota as well. It's all coming up at the half on your liveevent.com. Twins to the near sideline, 1 to left. Huskies with 4 linemen as they will continue to be in the shotgun here. This will be a handoff past the 40-yard line, and the Hawks get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back to the 47-yard line as Dylan Otterson will have his first carry for the 5'10 junior. As nice run there again by Otterson, 5'10", 160 junior. So the third rushing opportunity for the Horace Hawks here. Different playmakers. Green will line up in the slot, 1 to left here for Horace. Stefanowicz on that hawk beak. Play action. Stefanowicz looking to make the play to Green, and he's going to make a man missing it down to the 40. Ooh, Aiden Green is shifty, and only a sophomore at that. Green able to get 14 yards for the first down. 3 receptions, now for 69 yards. And Stefanowicz has done a nice job through the air going into the wind. Again, kind of those intermediate, about 5 to 10-yard passes here. And got to tell you what, you get Aiden Green in space, I would not want to play tag with him in gym class. He would probably get you more times than you get him. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the near sideline here as you have Garai coming back in the backfield here for the Hawks. Stefanowicz, handoff Garai. And in high school football, once you trip and your knee, elbow, anything hits the turf, it will be a loss of 3. So if you're the Huskies, can you take advantage of it now with the 2nd down and 13 upcoming? As we alluded to, if you're Horace, this is exactly what the Hawks wanted to do. Clock at 4:09 here continues to rule, but it started the drive at 8:56 on the clock. As we alluded to, if you're Horace, try to take 5-6 minutes off the clock, score a touchdown. Well, they've done about the former. Now it's a matter of can they do the latter. Wahpeton just needs a stop. Play action, rolling. Stefanowicz goes down the field. Wide open is Green, incomplete at the 30. How does Green get that wide open? Regardless, it's 3rd down and 13. Green lines up in the slot, just a deep crossing pattern across the middle. That's one that the Hawks would love to have back, because if Green makes that catch, that could have been for sure a first down, but possibly could have been close to a touchdown with kind of what was out there on the far sideline. Regardless, if you're the Huskies, got to try to get off the football here defensively with a 3rd down upcoming for the Hawks. How much do you get if you're Coach McMahon here for it being a 4-down territory? Trips left, 1 near. Gray in the backfield here with Stefanowicz. Play clock to 3-2. They get the handoff. Gray gets the 40, makes a man miss to the 35, and gets wrapped up by Evan Doctor. I think that's enough to probably go for it on 4th down here into the wind to the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 10. 12 carries for 73 yards. And Gray just kind of found a little bit of a lane there, getting in front. As it brings up a 4th down upcoming. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. They will need the 29 for the first. I'll spread them out one more time, and as you do this, you start playing the number game, as Wahpeton has 6 men in the box with a safety over the top here with Omar Martinez, who's been a tackling machine. 4th down, Stefanowicz has some time, steps up, throws, looking for Green. Incomplete at the 10-yard line, and the Huskies get off the field defensively. So turnover on downs, but a drive that was able to take nearly 6 minutes off the clock if you're Horace. And both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining here as they will handle the football now for the Wahpeton Huskies. Again, Horace gets the ball to start the 2nd half of play. It's not a must score for Wahpeton, but a touchdown would be nice. 5th possession for Wahpeton. So for a punt, interception, and punt here for the Huskies. They will start it at their own 32-yard line. This one will be a handoff to Mauk. Mauk making his way to about the 34-yard line for a gain of a couple. 9 carries so far for Mauk for 47 yards. 2nd down upcoming for the Huskies. 2 wide receivers to the right here for Wahpeton. Under center is the senior Skolvolt, here the 5'10 senior at 215 pounds. Shotgun formation here for Bjorn Kubala. As Kubala surveys the defense here with 15 seconds on the play clock. Low snap. Kubala able to corral it. Kubala going across, and that'll be complete for a big gain and more past the 50, and the Huskies could go. Whopping into the 20, and this one with DeVries down to the 10. A big pitch and catch by DeVries, a 40-50 of 56 yards, and it's first and goal. DeVries, 2 receptions, now for 68 yards, makes it a first and goal opportunity upcoming here. Ball at the 10 again. Unless they give it just shy of the 10-yard line. Nope, they're going to say first and goal to the chain gang. Don't need to worry about getting set. Regardless, he was tackled in bounds, so the clock continues to wind. And if you're Wahpeton, you can throw this one right to Mauk across the middle underneath, and the Huskies walk in with 2 consecutive passing plays. And the Huskies are on the board with the opening touchdown here on the catch to Mauk. I was going to say, if you're Wahpeton, you can maybe play a little cat and mouse game here, take some time off the clock. But, hey, if they're going to leave Mauk that wide open, 5 yards in the middle where he had nobody around him, and the Huskies are back within 1 possession. And the aforementioned Mauk will come on and do the honors here for the point after attempts. So good score for the Wahpeton Huskies, taking just over a minute off the clock, going 68 yards. Here's the right-footed kick by Mauk. Oh, he's got a leg. That is good. 1:42 remaining here in the second quarter. New score. Wahpeton back within 7.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
A drive that goes 1 minute and 16 seconds, 68 yards. The big play was the reception to DeVries, and then the next play, 10 yards, Kubala to Mauk, and Mauk puts the PAT, and Mauk puts this one on the tee here. It's a line drive rocket that'll go to the far sideline, as picked up by the Hawks with Bauer. Bauer makes his way to the 20, and then Bauer is going to get stuck there here from Wahpeton. They will give him the 21 for the forward progress, and with 1:33 remaining here in the second quarter, the Hawks will take over for their 5th possession of the contest. Here's the intrigue with 1:33. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. So if you're Horace, you're going into the wind. Might not get too cute here. And if you're Wahpeton, if you can get a stick immediately on second down, if you're Coach Wade Gilbertson, after having 2 plays that went nearly 70 yards, do you start utilizing the timeouts here? Because, again, Horace gets the ball to start this second half. Twins both right and left. Huskies with 1 free safety over the top. Shotgun formation for Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz in the gun, has some time. Stefanowicz going down the middle, has a man. Bauer can't bring it in at the 42. Well, that answers that question. You're not playing safe. You're going for a shot. Incomplete, and that was an opportunity here for Horace to get a good chunk. Instead, the clock will stop at the 1:27 remaining here in the second quarter. But if you're Horace, you found some nice things in the middle of this Huskies defense here from that 10 to 20 yards out route, whether it's Green coming across the middle. Bowers had some chances tonight as well. Clock stops, however, with 1:27 remaining here in the opening half. 2nd and 10. Motion man going to the near sideline here. Handoff. This one will go to Garai. Garai gets past the 25 to the 26 before he's tripped up there. And a timeout on the way for the Wahpeton Huskies. We'll break as well. 13 carries for 79 yards. Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Southview Dental, or on the turf here on YourLiveEvent.com.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
Time up again brought to you in part by Southview Dental. From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants. That's easier said than said. Southview Dental Care and Moorhead authorized personal care that fits your needs. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. Again, that's southviewdentalcare.com. First one here by the Wahpeton Huskies. West Fargo Horace has all three remaining with 78 seconds here in this opening half. Horace needs the 31-yard line for the first. Stefanowicz in the shotgun. Wahpeton showing 4. Handoff. This one goes Garay. Garay with the first down past the 30 to about the 32-yard line for a gain of 6. Garay again with the attempts. 14 carries now for 85 yards. Has a rushing touchdown as well, the first score of the game. And now if you're Horace with 60 seconds left, you get the first down. That was the number one thing. We'll see if Coach McMahon takes another chance here as the Hawks will handle it. 2 wide receivers to the near sideline. Stefanowicz, Garay gets the outside. Garay to the boundary. 40, 45. Well, so much for taking a shot through the air when he can take one on the ground and get a big gain of about 15 yards and stop the clock on top of that. Horace again with all 3 timeouts remaining, so you can still run the football at different times here. As we got some Canadian geese making their way over the 50-yard line here. Not Hawks, but regardless. What was the Mighty Ducks? Ducks stick together, fly together, that flying V. See if the Hawks here can maybe utilize some of that Bombay magic. 1st and 10, 45 seconds remaining. This one will be a nice little crease on the way for Horace. Horace trying to get to the outside. There's a broken tackle as Ty continues to make his way to the 44-yard line and make it the 45-yard line. Timeout on the field after an 8-yard rush, this time by Coach McMahon and the Hawks. With 35 seconds remaining here in the first half on your liveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Timeout again brought to you in part by Southview Dental in Moorhead. To schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. Then again at southviewdentalcare.com. As the Horace Hawks with the advantage, up by a score right now. And we'll see how far they can get down the field here in the next 35 seconds with 2 timeouts remaining. 1 wide receiver split to the near side, twins to the left. Wahpeton also does have 2 timeouts. Huskies trying to make sure the Hawks don't get in the end zone here and keep it at a 1-possession game before the half. Shotgun, Stefanowicz gives the play action going down the middle, caught at the 31-yard line to Mason Johnson. Johnson gets the 45 to the 31. Another timeout on the field will break with them here. Johnson, 2 receptions now for 21 yards.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Timeout again brought to you in part by Southview Dental. After not saying it at all in the opening 18 minutes, we said it a ton here over the last couple of minutes here, but still, regardless, it's a Southview Dental timeout here on yourliveevent.com. Hawks down with one. Really good play action played by Stefanowicz there going across the middle. As we alluded to, the middle from about 10 to 20 yards here for the Hawks. They're finding some holes in that defense here for the Huskies off the ball. Stefanowicz so far with 5 completions, 5 and 9 for 88 yards here in this one. So 1st and 10. Clock stops if you get the first. Clock stops if you get out of bounds. Hawks with 1 timeout remaining. Huskies bring some pressure here. This will be a handoff to about the 28-yard line on the play. Anderson able to get about 2, maybe 3 yards. Hawks got to go quickly as the game clock is now to 20 seconds. Stefanowicz with 17. Stefanowicz pops a pass. This one looking for Johnson. Caught at the 10. Johnson to the 5. Johnson down at the 3-yard line. They got to get a timeout on, and it looks like they will get the timeout with 6 seconds remaining. Ball is at the 28, and they will go all the way down to about the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 24 and an injured Husky on the play as well. We'll continue after this.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
High school football here on yourliveevent.com as the Wahpeton Huskies, they're attending to Jack Gilbertson, here at the 4-yard line. From our vantage point, maybe just got the wind knocked out of him or possibly had a arm, maybe a little bit of a stinger, if you will, as he's not really moving that left arm as well. And sometimes when you start taking a look at it, this is all just, again, speculation from the press box, but where they're kind of attending to him. Quickly, the trainers got out for both Wahpeton and Horace over to Gilbertson, and you wonder if that maybe that left shoulder possibly got popped out as they're really working on that left shoulder. So sometimes you wonder if it's a stinger or something in between, but regardless, take a look at Gilbertson here. He's your starting safety with 4 interceptions so far on the season and also a wide receiver here. So a big two-way player for the Wahpeton Huskies, not just for tonight, but also potentially for the next 4 games after this here in the regular season. It's 2 seconds remaining on the game clock here. It's 14-7. Hawks with no timeouts remaining. You can either kick a 21-yard field goal into a stiff breeze from the far hash, or you can go for 6 here if you're Coach McMahon. Wahpeton does have 2 timeouts remaining. Horace with none, but this will be the final play of the first half, it looks like, here as Jack will be coming off the field here and getting a nice round of applause from both the respective fan bases here tonight at Horace. So they will take a look at him, make sure he gets the attention he needs going forward. And back to the game at hand here. Horace trying to get up by 2 scores before the intermission break, and then they would get the ball to start the second half. Wahpeton, if you can make a stand here, you'll be feeling pretty good just down by 7. All things considered of how the first half started when you're down 14-0 about 6 minutes into the game. So the Hawks, unless there is a defensive penalty, this will be the final play of the half. Ball will be at the 4-yard line. They will need the 4 yards here to try to get in the end zone and try to make it a 20-7 contest. Shotgun formation. Otterson in the backfield as Stefanowicz is in the gun. Green in the slot. 2 wide receivers split out either side. Huskies, will they bring pressure? They will bring 4. Stefanowicz with some time going to the middle. This one going to be batted away. Trenton Mauk with the right hand says, Dikembe Mutombo. No, no, no. Get that out of here. 14-7 at the half as the Husky defense bends but does not break. At the half, it's 14-7 here in Horace. Coming up, we'll get to our halftime show, brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. First Class Mortgage is more than their company name. It's the way they do business. Go online to firstclasscorp.com. Halftime show is coming up next.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Halftime show again brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here on your liveevent.com. First Class Mortgage, locally owned and operated. More than a company name, it's the way they do business, whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage. Their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. It's been a good football game here tonight, considering both teams having some different varieties of options throughout the games. If you're looking at Wahpeton's point of view first here, down by 14 early, had a punt that went -1 yards. Horace immediately capitalized, got in for the score, and then you did have a punt. There is one turnover. Wahpeton did throw a pick here earlier on in the contest, but you get down 14-0. It felt like you needed a stop. They got the stop, eventually would get a score, and then a big defensive stand there on that last play by Trent Mauk to bat that football away from the intended receiver here for the Horace Hawks. Horace maybe feels like they left a play or two on the board, could be up by more, but they will start the second half with the football. Here's a look at your box score. Horace, 14 points in the first quarter, 0 in the second. Wahpeton with 0 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second. So far, this game has gone 66 minutes here tonight at Horace. Horace with the opening score of the game on their opening drive that went 33 yards. Gary with a 7-yard rushing touchdown with 8:06 remaining in the first quarter made it 6-0 Horace. Then the Horace Hawks scored on their second possession, capped off a nice drive that went 1 minute, 38 seconds, 62 yards. You had a Stefanowicz to Green 57-yard touchdown connection. Then Garay with a 2-point conversion to make it 14-0. Wahpeton, though, would answer with 1:42 left in the half as you had Kubala to Mauk for a 10-yard touchdown after the big 50-plus yard reception by DeVries. Mauk with the PAT made it 14-7. Horace over Wahpeton here in this first half of play. When we come back, we'll take a look at the first half numbers around the quarter next and your scoring drives as well all around the quarter here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
So we continue here on our First Class Mortgage halftime show. Let's take a look at the drive recap here for both teams. For the Wahpeton Huskies, a 3-and-out punt, then an interception. They were going deep down the field to DeVries. That one was eventually picked off by Horace, by Axel Anderson at the 7-yard line to stem any tide there by Wahpeton. Punt and then a touchdown for the Huskies to finish off the half. For the Horace Hawks, a couple of touchdowns to begin with, punt downs, and then half as they try to cap off a 79-yard touchdown drive. They needed 4 extra yards, just unable to get there. That's a look at your drive so far here tonight. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks offensively, 242 yards of offense with 130 on the ground on 22 carries with 112 yards through the air. Garay so far 16 carries for 108 yards and a rushing touchdown. You have Fell with 4 carries, 11 yards, and Otterson 2 carries for 11 yards as well. Stefanowicz through the air 6 of 11 for $112 and a touchdown reception that went to Green. Again, 6 of 11 for 112 yards and a touchdown here for Stefanowicz. Green with 3 catches so far for 69 yards and a touchdown. You have Johnson with the other 3 catches so far here on the night for 45 yards. 0 turnovers for the Horace Hawks. They are having 3 penalties for 30 yards. For the Wahpeton Huskies, 1 turnover so far. That was an interception. Trenton Mauk, 9 carries for 47 yards on the ground. Kubala so far through the air, 8 of 14 for 106 yards. A passing touchdown to Mauk and an interception as well. Gilbertson, 2 receptions for 6 yards. DeVries, 2 receptions for 68. Mauk, 4 receptions for 32 yards and a touchdown. 2 penalties on the night for 15 yards. Wahpeton so far led by Mauk with the touchdown. Well, for the West Fargo Horace Hawks, Garay and Stefanowicz with Green with touchdowns tonight. Stefanowicz to Green for that 57-yard score, and Garay with a 7-yard touchdown rushing as well. We'll take a quick break, and we come back at this. Let you know some other scores across the valley, all things considered pretty early tonight. A lot of games kicking off at 7 o'clock. Other matchups going on across yourliveevent.com, and what's ahead for the Hawks and the Huskies here on your live event.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
Transform your space with premium painting, whether you're looking to remodel an existing space or add new construction from residential, commercial, and industrial. Premium Painting's team of experts delivers top-notch quality and attention to detail on time and on budget. Premium Painting offers services from drywall, wall coverings, millwork, and painting. For a free estimate, contact Forrest Treitel at paintfargo.com or call 701-200-2797.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Taking a look at your out-of-town scoreboard on the north side of Fargo here tonight. Number 1 Fargo Davies in 3A in a battle currently against the Fargo North Spartans, who are 1-5. It's Davies 16, Fargo North 7 at the half. In high school football, Mandan receiving votes 7-0 against number 5th ranked Legacy in 3A. Again, that game in 3A. This is the only score update so far in AA. Everybody else kicked off at 7 o'clock tonight here between the Horace Hawks and the Wahpeton Huskies. Getting a little bit earlier swing of things. Also going on yourliveevent.com, you got Kindred at Northern Cass and Central Cass and Thompson. Early on, Harvey Wells County in single A all over Grafton, 41-0 in that contest. That one currently at the half. A good one out west in 1A, Velva, Garrison, Drake, Animus, and Bishop Bryan currently scoreless in the first quarter of play. So that's a look at some of your out-of-town scores. Also, in the first quarter play, number 1 Lemoore Litchfield Marion, a 9-man football leads Wymer Lidgewood 8-0. Hankinson and Maple River, the Raiders with a 6-0 lead early on down in Hankinson. We'll keep you apprised of some other scores going on across the way. Let's take a look at what's ahead for both the Huskies and the Hawks. For the Huskies, they will host number 1 ranked Red River a week from tonight at Fargo South on the 18th and close off the season hosting Grand Forks Central. Wahpeton Huskies 1-1 all time against Horace last year, losing 26-20 on September the 15th. While on the opposite side for the Horace Hawks, they will host the Devils Lake Firebirds on the 11th at Red River on the 17th. That's a Thursday night, then home to Fargo South here for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. That's a look again at your out-of-town scoreboard and games to come. That does it for our First Class Mortgage halftime show. First Class Mortgage, for more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. And again, it's firstclasscorp.com. Back with second half action after this here on your liveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence. High school football here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you. For more information, go to our website. Again, YourLiveEvent.com for more games throughout the month of October. Also, simply search our YouTube page. We had the opportunity to interview Harvey McMahon, for example, on our YourLiveEvent.com coaches show every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, so you can tune into that and more. Second half of football, the Horace Hawks. The wind continues to whip out there, going from the south to the north. So if you're on the right side of your screen, you'll be having it at your back. Otherwise, you'll be going into it. If you're going left to right here, the Horace Hawks in their black uniforms with the old gold numerals and lettering. Well, for the Wahpeton Huskies out in their visiting white uniforms here tonight with the purple numerals outlined here in gold. I can't. As the Horace Hawks here will handle it with the football, and they will have the opportunity to return this one, as Horace will be back at their 5-yard line with the opportunity here with Garai and also Bauer here on the return, while the Wahpeton Huskies will put this ball on the tee here with Trenton Mauk, as Mauk has handled the kickoffs here tonight for the Wahpeton Huskies. So Mauk will put this one on the tee at the 40-yard line. And the Horace Hawks will be back here at their own 10 for the opportunity to return, as Mauk will come on here for the kick. This will be a low line drive kick. It's a free ball at the 35-yard line. It's still loose. Now the question is, who's got it on the scrum here at the 37-yard line? That was a free ball, and it looks like West Fargo Horace will come up with it. Good job on the way there by the Hawks to get their hand on the football, as that one coming with Liam there and the chance to get on the ball. Ladu will handle it there. It's the 6th possession of the game here for the Horace Hawks with 11:57 remaining here in this third quarter play. That was a fortuitous bounce if you're the Hawks. If you were Wahpeton, split second later, you might have been able to get your hands on the football and really start things off in a positive direction here, as they will come out first down and 10. Shotgun formation, twins to near sideline, one to the right. Wahpeton, they're going to bring 5, handoff. This one will go to the backfield, and the Huskies bring the blitz up the middle, and they get there immediately, as Garai was unable to do anything there. Wahpeton here comes in with Brushert. Isaiah was able to come in on the tackle. So a loss of 1 here makes it now 2nd down and 11. Ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line, and if you're the Huskies, you timed that one up perfectly, as Isaiah, the junior, came in with 19.5 tackles on the season. 11:20 remaining here in the third quarter. One wide receiver to the near sideline. Twins to the right. Here in the gun again for Taylor Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz in the shotgun. Takes a couple of step drop. Has some time throwing down the field. That's going to be caught at the 50. And on the tackle is Jackson DeVries, but not before the Horace Hawks, able to get 15 yards across the way to Mason Johnson. Johnson with 4 receptions now for 60 yards, as Stefanowicz has 127 yards passing on the evening. That was a dart, as the kids say nowadays, right across the middle for 15 yards. And that's where the Hawks have lived, from that 10 to 20-yard category, kind of right between the seams against this Husky defense. Brings up a 1st down and 10 I formation here. Stefanowicz under the center. Handoff. This one going right up the middle for a 1st down past the 40 to the 39-yard line, as Fell will come in on the gain of 11 yards here. And for the Wahpeton Huskies, in on the tackle will be Michael Peterson. Fell 5 carries now for 22 yards. Did what he did in one play of the first 2 quarters there in terms of total yardage. That was blocked extremely well. Rederath, Bamba, Johnson, Somerville, and Gordon on the offensive line here for the Hawks. Landon Ralph, Luke Anderson, and Chase Marsh, 3 down linemen consistently here for the Huskies. Handoff yet again. This one will come to the near side of the 30, to the 25, and down to the 24-yard line. Another gain of about 15 yards on the play, and you're going back to Reed, the sophomore. 6 carries now for 37 yards, makes it a 1st down and 10 upcoming here for the Horace Hawks, as they're knocking on the red zone immediately here with 2 minutes left. Already have gone, that is, in this 3rd quarter play. High school football tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com, and Horace on homecoming night for West Fargo Horace. One wide receiver split out either side. Under center again goes Taylor Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz hands this one off to the near sideline. Here goes a Gray to the 10, to the 5, and he's taken down there for a gain of about 19. So Garai able to get a nice gain to about the 6-yard line for a gain of 18 yards. 1st and goal upcoming here for Horace, as they will have 125 yards rushing here for Ty on the night. Brings up a 1st and goal opportunity at the 6. Can the Husky defense bend but don't break one more time, or can the Hawks get back up by 2 possessions? Garai dots the I. Under center is Stefanowicz, as Stefanowicz here in an I formation. Stefanowicz handoff. Garai has a seam up the middle. Trayton Mauck, does he bring him into the end zone? It's a touchdown of 6 yards, and for the 2nd time tonight, Garai has found pay dirt. 19 carries for 131 yards and a rushing touchdown, as well as Garai is in for his 2nd rushing score of the game. And the Horace Hawks able to go down the field 64 yards in 2 minutes and 28 seconds for the touchdown. Jacob Birnbaum will come on here for the point after attempt for Horace, as the holder is Matthew Dick. Braden is the long snapper here. Clean snap, hole, right-footed kick. That looks to be good from our vantage point, and it is. New score, 9:32 remaining in the 3rd. Horace leads it by 14.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
With the score for the Horace Hawks, they matched their largest lead of the game at 14, and really good drive by Coach Harvey McMahon and the Horace Hawks Club as well. They go 2:28 down the field in terms of time. Birnbaum will put this one up. Landon Ralph has been busy tonight. This time will take it and then go about 2 yards. And they got the big man taking a knee. It's the 3rd time the up man and Landon Ralph has had a chance to return the football. Once was a fair catch, one was a slide, and the other is a knee. That's bop it, skip it, and drop it is kind of what he's doing right there. 1st and 10 here for the Wahpeton Huskies. This will be their first possession of the 2nd half. 9:30 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. And the Wahpeton Huskies will try to answer a touchdown drive with their own. Wahpeton in the shotgun formation here as they will handle it. Trayton Mauk lined up to his right. Again, that's Kubala at the quarterback spot. Motion man going right to left here for Wahpeton. Handoff Mauk. Mauk with a little spin on the interior. Mauk gets past the 35 and slithers his way to the 36 for a gain of about 3. 10 carries now for 50 yards. A handful of Horace Hawks defenders in on the tackle here. As you also have Braden Steffens. Gilbertson again started but left the game with a shoulder injury. So right now here for the Wahpeton Huskies, you have Aiden Bonchis out to the near sideline. Also with DeVries and Carson Barth have kind of been your receivers who throughout the game here for Wahpeton. Motion man going left to right. That's going to be Steffens. Shotgun Kubala throwing into the wind, going right down the middle to the aforementioned Steffens for about a gain of 3. Able to get 3 yards across the way. 109 yards passing now as this one goes to Steffens, his first reception of the night. As the Wahpeton Huskies, scoreless in the first quarter, 7 points in the second. Looking to get another touchdown drive here to open things up in the third and match with the Hawkstead. Horace trying to get off the field here defensively. Fans making some noise here for the Hawks defense. 3rd down and a long 4. Wahpeton will need their own 43 for the first. We get a flag. Trayton Mauk's going to get stuck at about the 41. If it's on Wahpeton, it'd be 4th and 2 coming up unless you take the penalty to make it 3rd and 9. And where that flag typically comes might be encroachment. Either someone's over the ball, offside defensively, or maybe not set with enough men on the line. If that's the case, you got a 4th and 2 or a 3rd and 9. So for Coach Harvey McMahon, what does he want? As he's having a conversation here on the near side. And it looks like they're going to potentially decline the penalty here to make it 4th and 2. So Mauk, give him the 2 yards here, 11 carries for 52 yards here. You want your defense to make one good stand here. Ball again will be at the 41-yard line. Well, they'll mark him back actually at the 39. I think the White Hat will have to talk it over here because Mauk was able to get to the 41. The far side official, there it is. It's like, I know Train got past the line of scrimmage to begin with, but he didn't get much after that. 4th down here for the Huskies. They need what they got on the last rush, which was at least 2 yards to move the sticks. Kubala has some time. Kubala looking down the field. This one's going to be caught. Oh, what a catch by DeVries. And DeVries could go 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Wahpeton. DeVries with a 61-yard pitch and catch here for the Wahpeton Huskies. Make that 59 yards. Regardless, it's a touchdown here for Wahpeton. DeVries got loose on the outside and able to have another big catch by DeVries here tonight. 127 yards for DeVries, 3 catches and a receiving touchdown, while Kubala has 168 yards through the air and now 2 receiving touchdowns, and it's a 1-score game. Point after attempt by Mauk, and that right-footed end-over-end kick is good. It is an entertaining start to the second half. 7:50 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 21-14 Hawks here on YourLiveEvent.com.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Touchdown drive, 1 minute and 40 seconds off the clock. 67 yards on the offensive touchdown drive, capped off by a big gashing play by DeVries from Kubala. And if you're the Wahpeton Huskies, get the ball to DeVries. He's got to catch at 12 yards, 56 yards, and now 59 yards here for the Wahpeton Huskies. 3 catches, a $127 coming in. He had 21 catches for $294 and a touchdown. We'll just say his yards after the catch has gone way up tonight. 7:50 remaining here in the third quarter. The Horace Hawks have seen the Huskies make it back to a one-possession game here in the third. Malk puts the ball on the tee. This will be a line drive kick that will come to the near sideline, and it will be a penalty on the Wahpeton Huskies. That'll be their third penalty of the game. And for the Horace Hawks, they'll have good starting field position here for their second drive of the second half. 7th possession of the game here for Horace. And if you're Coach McMahon, you wonder sometimes, too, might you decline or you accept the penalty but make them re-kick? We've had conversations about that at particular times throughout the course of the season, especially when you're kicking into the wind. So you could potentially force them to re-kick again if you really want, but they will say, we'll take the ball at the 35-yard line and go from there. As they will handle it first down and 10 here for the Horace Hawks. Head coach by Harvey McMahon on the opposite side. Wade Gilbertson, the head coach for the Huskies. Both teams with their 6th game of the season, as was Fargo Horace, will come out here with a I formation. One wide receiver split out either side. The Huskies will see a handoff here on the run, and that'll be for about a yard or two. There is a flag on the play as you have Fell coming in on the rush. Fell trying to get about 2 yards, but barring the penalty. And we'll see what happens here. And it looks like it's going to be against the Horace Hawks, and they're looking across the Wahpeton Husky way to say, you want the 10 yards or you want the 2? And it looks like they will take the 10 yards here. 4 penalties now for 40 yards. And for Horace, they will be all the way back now to their own 25-yard line. This is one of those games where if you're Horace, you had a chance to get up by 21 early in the game a couple of times, unable to do so. Wahpeton hung around, give credit to where credit's due. Their defense made enough plays when they've needed to get off the field here tonight. And all of a sudden, if Wahpeton can get a stop here, a chance to tie, you might feel like the tide has turned as we have a full start on the outside here by Cole Sommerfeld. And all of a sudden, that's back-to-back penalties, 5 now for 45 yards. As you will handle it, 7:36 remaining here in this third quarter of play, and it's going to be first and Cass County upcoming here for the West Fargo Horace. 7:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. The Huskies receiving votes in the latest football poll. Horace is number 2 in Division 2A. Here's a handoff. This one will come right up the middle, breaking a tackle, making his way to about the 28-yard line. Here goes Phil, as that one's going to be Wahpeton Huskies with Landon Ralph. Fell able to get a good chunk back, about 7 yards on the ground. 7 carries now for 44 yards. Good tackle by Landon Ralph. But the Horace Hawks running backs, they really run low to the ground, and they become tough to tackle, as we've seen a handful of broken tackles so far here tonight for Horace. The Hawks will handle the football here, needing to get to their own 45 to keep the chains moving on this drive. One wide receiver either side. Wahpeton, as they've done for the majority of the night, pretty much playing about 8 guys in the box. I formation, Stefanowicz drops, steps up, fires, throws, looking down the field. This one will be incomplete at the 30-yard line, going with the wind. The intended receiver was Bauer, who had a step, and it's now going to be 3rd down and long. Taking a shot, if Bauer is able to catch that, that's probably a house call. Instead, it's now 3rd down and 17 with the clock stopped at 6:29. And it's interesting, too, just on the play calls. We've seen Horace do a good job passing into the wind here tonight, and so did DeVries, but you can pass it about that 10 to 15 yards. Anything over 15, especially if you don't have some zip on it, it kind of runs into a little bit of a wall here. But it will be 3rd down and 17, trips to the right, 1 near sideline. Shotgun formation as Garai makes his way into the slot now, as Stefanowicz is by his lone self. Wahpeton, they're going to run a stunt. They bring forward. This one's going to be caught at the 40-yard line by Bauer. Bauer needs to get to the 45, trying to make a man miss, and Bauer's going to get tackled, but here comes flags across the way, and this could be a face mask penalty. Right now it's 12 yards. The Huskies defense swarms and makes a tackle, but if it's a face mask, this possibly will be a 1st down on the way, as we got not 1, 2, but 3 flags. It's Flag City out on the 40-yard line. We'll see what the white hat calls here. And it will be a personal foul on Wahpeton. That's tough if you're the Huskies. You had a chance to get off the field. Instead, it's a first down. Bauer with his first catch of the night. Wahpeton now will have their fourth penalty for 30 yards. And after a couple penalties by Horace, makes it first in Cass County. They get it right back thanks in part to a 15-yard personal foul here on the Wahpeton Huskies. Wahpeton did a good job getting to the football, but got just enough, apparently, of the face mask, and then got a little bit more on the yank to make it to 15 yards. First down upcoming here for Horace. Stefanowicz goes under center here, looking for the handoff. Garai makes his way, and he's going to get tackled at the 45-yard line. Great open field tackle there by Isaiah Brushert. We've said his name a handful of times here tonight, and he comes in again on a really good tackle, makes it 2nd and 10. Winner of this game gets to 2-0 in East Region play, will at least be tied for first bare minimum, barring the outcome of the Cushman Classic tonight with Red River and Grand Forks Central. If Red River loses that game, the winner of this would be in the driver's seat as number 1 in the East Region in 2A. I formation again. Wahpeton starting to fly around to the football here. Here's going to be a handoff. Nice little lane. Making his way to the outside is Otterson, but there comes the Huskies traveling in packs, able to make their way for about a gain of 3. But he had Malk part of the tackling party, Omar Martinez. We're starting to see the swarm of Wahpeton a little bit more here defensively. It's a gain of 3. 3 carries, 14 yards, 3rd down and 7 upcoming here as they will try to get to the Husky 35-yard line. 4:50 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Good football game here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes, and you here on a Friday evening in October. Starting to get to the spooky season. I formation again here for Stefanowicz. Huskies showing pressure up the A gap. They will bring a little bit. Otterson breaks the tackle. Otterson keeps the drive going, and Otterson's going to get tattooed, but eventually will get close enough for Coach Harvey McMahon make a 4th down call pretty easily here after a good gain of about 6. So if you're Wahpeton, you got to a 4th down. As he did on the previous drive, you made a stop, but you had a penalty that gave the Hawks the first. If you're Wahpeton here, you get to a 4th down yet again. Can you get off the field and try to tie this game up? That's the one thing we haven't said for Wahpeton since their second possession, a chance to tie after they got down 14 rip early here in the first quarter. They need the 35 for the first. Trips to the outside, 1 to the near side here. Stefanowicz in the gun. And we'll get a timeout by Coach Harvey McMahon. We will break with them. 3:44 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's high school football, 4th and short for the Hawks when we return.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, that and more, go to Southview Dental Care in Moorhead. Authorized personalized care that fits your needs. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com, your dental home in Moorhead. I did see where they can make those crowns in 15 minutes, and they make it it's impressive what they got now in the dentist world. 3:44 remaining. Here in the 3rd quarter, 21-14. Where do the Horace Hawks go? Speaking of grinding your teeth, they need a yard. Need the 35. They go under center this time after going shotgun before the timeout by Coach McMahon. Stefanowicz, QB keeper. Who needs a tush push when you can go right behind Rederath, Bamba, and Johnson for the first down? 3 yards. Stefanowicz will have his first rush of the night. 1st and 10, Horace. So that's 5'11", 260. 6 foot 220 and 6 foot 190. That's Stefanowicz at 6'5", 170 was able to run behind. Kind of almost feels like a bobsled play sometimes as a QB keeper. Just take a step, see where the line either on the left or right gets a little push, then follow him right up the A gap. 1st and 10 as the Horace Hawks are on a drive here in the third quarter. Pitch play near sideline here for Horace. They get to the numbers, and they make their way to about the 25-yard line as the Hawks there with Fell able to get to the 26 for a gain of 7. 8 carries for 51 yards. Horace started the drive on their own 35-yard line at the 7:50 mark, so it's been a nice little chunk so far here for the Hawks, but they want 6 to get back up by 2 possessions. Wahpeton has kind of been the quick strike offense. Horace has kind of been the long, methodical offense here a little bit more tonight in terms of their ground game. The most points that the Hawks have given up this year is 14 in a loss to Jamestown, so Wahpeton has tied that here tonight, bare minimum. I formation. Fell goes right between the guards here to the 20-yard line. He has the first down and some for a gain of 6. And give credit to where credit's due. Horace has done a really good job between the guard play tonight, kind of moving some guys, whether it's been on a counter, a power. Then they all of a sudden pitch it. We've seen that jet sweep action at particular times as well. Wahpeton has kept most of the plays in front of them. There was a 50-70-yard touchdown pass to Green, but other than that, a lot of stuff has been maybe 5, 10, 15 yards, not that 50-yard variety. Regardless, the Hawks with a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Stefanowicz, here's a fullback dive, and Nordick's not going to go anywhere. Nordick had an opportunity for about maybe a yard. That's it. Good tackle on the play by the Hawks with Luke Anderson for the Wahpeton Huskies, that is. Nordick becomes the 5th different Horace Hawk player to at least have a rush here tonight. And Horace trying that little fullback trap or fullback dive play. Keep the Huskies honest there. And good tackle again coming here by Wahpeton's interior line. Back to the I formation. Fell dots the I. Nordick at fullback as Stefanowicz surveys the defense. Stefanowicz gives it to Fell. Fell trying to keep the pile turning to about the 16 as he's wrapped up there by Brushard. So a gain of 3. 10 carries for now, 60 yards. And here kind of becomes the interesting question. How far can your kicker kick with the wind behind you? Because from this standpoint, it'd be a 33-yard field goal. Birnbaum is 0 for 2 so far with field goals this season, 14-17 point after attempts. But a field goal would make it a 2-possession game. Shotgun formation, one near sideline here for Horace. Wahpeton looking to bring some pressure. They will. Stefanowicz rolls right-hand side. Stefanowicz goes in the end zone, has a man, incomplete. They ran the perfect play. They had a defensive back on an island. He went to the flat. They got a guy going up the far side. That'll be incomplete. Brings up the 4th down. Perfect opportunity. They were looking for Brett Livingston. That would have been his 3rd touchdown, but with that wind, kind of took off the hands a little bit of Stefanowicz and makes it 4th down upcoming. That's a play to circle, though. Will the Hawks go back to that? That's a tough one. Again, you got the howling wind behind that football, and the wind just kind of carried it. So 4th down upcoming. Wahpeton, as we said before, can you get off the field here on 4th down? 1:22 in the third quarter. Long drive for the Hawks in the Wahpeton red zone. Stefanowicz, shotgun. Stefanowicz has some time throwing the football. That's going to be caught at the 6, to the 5, and down to the 4-yard line. Bauer hangs on for a gain of 11 yards. Bauer, his 2nd reception for 23 yards, and the Hawks just keep turning out first downs here as they started again this drive at the 7:50 mark, and they have taken almost 7 minutes off the clock here in this third quarter on the drive. I formation, Stefanowicz, fell dot in the I. Stefanowicz under center, 1st and goal at the 5. Stefanowicz with the QB keeper down at the 1. 4 yards, 2 make that 2 rushes now for 7. Taking a look at the play clock and the game clock, about 6 seconds differential here. So Horace will have to run one more play at least in this quarter. Wahpeton last time batted the ball away when the Hawks were at the goal line to end the second quarter or the first half. But here right now, that push between the guards and the tackles, we'll see if the Hawks continue it here. Stefanowicz with 6 seconds on the play clock goes back under center. Stefanowicz, QB keeper, this time tries to push the pile through. Is he in the end zone? He is! Touchdown, Hawks with 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. Stefanowicz with a 1-yard QB keeper. Stefanowicz will get his second touchdown of the contest. One on the air, one through the ground. And it's now a 2-score game at 27-14. Horace takes 7 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock. That goes 65 yards on the drive. Birnbaum to come on for the point after attempt. Here's the right-footed kick. Does it go inside the upright? It does with 5 seconds remaining. We're back after this in Horace on your LiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Horace took half the quarter and some off the clock. 7 minutes, 45 seconds. A drive that goes 65 yards, capped off by Stefanowicz. But give credit to where credit's due. The offensive line for Horace was moving some earth on that drive with 5 seconds remaining here in this third quarter play. Wahpeton has only had the football, for crying out loud, one time in the half. And their drive went 1:40. It's like tortoise in the hare right now between the Hawks and the Huskies. No pun intended with the animal reference, but we'll keep it going here. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes on this blustery Friday night. Birnbaum will put the ball on the tee. Here's the kick. End over end. That'll go to about the 5-yard line there, as that looks to be DeVries. It is. DeVries at the 20-yard line. Breaks a tackle. DeVries then going to keep the pile. Turning to the 25. Look out, DeVries, 30. Spins out of a tackle at the 35 and down to the 39-yard line. DeVries hit the AXY, R trigger, everything else to get about 30 yards on the return. And the Huskies will have great starting field position to start the fourth quarter when we return here from Horace.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Fourth quarter play coming up once we get to our post-game show. We'll name you our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Take a look at the final numbers in this one. Try to hear from a victorious member of the winning team. That and more here on our post-game show. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes. 12 minutes left here on homecoming night for the Hawks and the Wahpeton Huskies. They want a quick strike offense here, particularly to DeVries. Mauk can get going in a hurry. Mauk makes a man miss. There he goes to the 45 and spins his way to the emblem at the 47-yard line. Mauk 12 carries on the evening for now 59 yards here, and Wahpeton has all 3 timeouts left in the half. Horace does have 2, but with a 2-possession lead right now, the Hawks with a little bit of cushion here on this Friday evening. Shotgun formation for Kubala. The Huskies will have the wind at their back. Mauk going right between the teeth of this Hawks defense and gets the first down for a gain of 4 into Horace territory at the 49-yard line. 63 carries, and right now it's kind of a little sugar no huddle, if you will, for Wahpeton, understanding the time and score, particularly with how much time the Huskies defense was on the field on that last possession for Horace. In the gun, Mauk will keep this one, bouncing to the outside. Look at Mauk go to the numbers, to the 40, has the first down, and he makes his way out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at about the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 14 yards. Mauk left, Mauk right, Mauk up the middle, and Mauk has a first down. 14 carries, 77 yards from Mauk. He's got 32 receiving. That's 109 yards so far here tonight for Mauk with a touchdown as well. Huskies wasting very little time here with the football. Mauk gonna handle it again, and this time Mauk gets stoned at the line. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Good job by Nordic, part of the tackling party. Also in on him for the Horace Hawks coming in defensively there was Blake Johnson. 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 upcoming here for the Wahpeton Huskies, as they will come in the shotgun formation here. Quick little pass to the outside. It will be incomplete off of a Wahpeton hand of Trayton King, the freshman at 6 foot. And again, that's normally where you'd see Jack Gilbertson out there, but he is injured. That came on the second to last play of the first half. First incompletion here for Kubala in the second half. It was 2 for 3 for the air for 62 yards and a touchdown in the second half. But this is just the second possession again of the half for the Huskies. 3rd and 10. Without question, 4-down territory, at least for the moment. Handoff, Mauk. Mauk gets a couple of yards, makes that 3rd and 10 to about a 4th and 8. 16 carries, 79 yards. Not the worst potential thought by Wahpeton, right? You got the wind at your back here, trying to get a little bit closer on a 3rd down, on a 4th down territory situation. So they will need the Huskies will need the Hawks 25-yard line for the first. 10 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 2A football here tonight in Horace. Clean snap, Kubala with a pocket. Kubala rolling, firing, caught at the 25-yard line to DeVries to the 21. It's a gain of 12 yards and go to the man that has had a night, DeVries, with his 4th catch. DeVries with 139 yards receiving now on the night here for the Huskies and a touchdown. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to left-hand side. Huskies get what they need, and that's a first down here and a fresh set of downs to boot. Kubala, handoff. This one goes to Mauk, trying to pick up a block by DeVries. Gets the numbers. Look at Mauk go to the 10, and Mauk is pushed out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Mauk making his way to the 8. That's a gain of 13 yards. 17 carries for Mauk, now for 92 yards, and the Huskies are howling now. Is there a full moon out there? That's what I'm wondering. 9:30 remaining here in the 4th quarter, 28-14. The Huskies are not going away by any means. And again, this has been a quick strike offense here tonight where they have moved the football quickly down the field. 2.5 minutes so far on this drive. Handoff will go to Mauk, and the Hawks read it perfectly. It's a tackle for a loss of 1. Nice job by Nordic on the outside, just staying home. Little eye candy play there. As this will be now a 2nd and goal opportunity here for the Huskies. We saw on the touchdown in the first half, Mauk went out on a little Texas route, then came across for a 5-yard reception. We'll see if the Huskies draw that same play up. Handoff. This will go to Mauk. Mauk trying to keep the pile turning to about the 6-yard line here, and the Hawks able to swarm for a gain of 3. Mauk is a very workmanlike, kind of a lunch pail kind of a dude. 19 carries. You add that with the 4 receptions. He plays both sides of the football. 5'10" and 150 pounds. Probably could use an ice bath after the game in terms of the hits that he takes. Regardless, 3rd and goal, ball at the 6. 8:30 remaining here in the 4th quarter as Mauk getting that chin strap adjusted here for the Huskies. 10 seconds now on the play clock. Wahpeton got to have it. Kubala looking. Kubala throwing. This one incomplete. Looking across to Bonchis. Makes it a 4th and goal. They had chances, did Horace, against Wahpeton's defense on 3rd and 4th down, and they completed. Wahpeton got a 4th down last time to DeVries. Where will they go here on a 4th and gotta have it goal-to-goal situation? Wahpeton, 2 wide receivers, right, 1 to the near sideline is Bonchus. Malk or DeVries, you got to think, has a chance at this one if you're Wahpeton. 4th and goal, play action. Kubala rolling near sideline. Kubala looking for a man. Kubala passing, it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. The Hawks come up with it with Bauer, and he's taken down at the 6. Bauer with the pick. It's the second INT of the night, and the Huskies offense gets close, but the Hawks defense stymies them at the goal line. It looked like DeVries was open immediately on the flat on the play action, but by the time Kubala rolled out there, just couldn't see DeVries immediately. He had to make a throw, and that'll be here at the 7-yard line as where they'll mark it down. 8th possession of the game for the Hawks. It'll be the second time they start at their own 7-yard line, and the difference so far in this game has been the 2 interceptions, one by Bauer and one by Anderson here tonight for Horace. 8:04 remaining. The Hawks took nearly that off the clock on their last possession. Wahpeton needs a 3-and-out, a turnover, something quickly here. If you're Horace, you'll take the same drive you had last time and try to replicate it. Stefanowicz under center, hands this one off up the middle, and the Hawks making their way past the 10 to about the 12 for a gain of 5 by Garai. Gain of 5 yards, 21 carries for 136 yards, and now if you're Coach Wade Gilbertson, the question starts becoming, if your defense cannot get off the field here in the next 4 to 5 plays, when do you start thinking about using timeouts here as you got all 3 remaining down by 2 scores? High school football here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, 28-14. What's been a fun, entertaining 2A football game here as the Hawks get to the line with 9 seconds here on the play clock. Wahpeton showing some pressure. Pitch play going to the outside. Garai gets the 15 to the numbers now at the 20-yard line, and he gets taken down for a first down to about the 24. A gain of 12 and a first down here for Horace. 148 yards, 22 carries on the night. And with how this offensive line is moving, I'm not sure if you're Stefanowicz, if he might get another chance to throw the football because the offensive line has been moving. Guys run. If you're a Paul Allen fan, it'd be the Purple People Eaters, but it's more the Minnesota Moving Company if you're a Vikings fan, which, again, 8:30 opening kick in London, upcoming on Sunday morning. Breakfast and football, different kind of football. Here's a handoff. This one will come right up the middle, and the Hawks get to about the 29, maybe the 30-yard line on the rush. As on the far sideline, another solid gain here for the Horace Hawks. Looks to be Garai again on the rush. It is for a gain of about 5 yards. So you're going to get 5 yards on the rush. And now all of a sudden, if you're Horace again, every time you run a play, it can get about 35 seconds, 40 seconds off the play clock here. The strive started here for the Hawks after a good defensive stand with about just over 9 minutes left here in this first half of play, under 9 minutes. Garai again with another first down past the 40 to the 43-yard line. So all of a sudden now that's another 14 yards on the play. $167 yards rushing here for Garai. Again, this started with about 8:45 remaining left in this quarter, so 3 minutes have gone off the clock. And now if you're Wahpeton, when do you start thinking about utilizing those timeouts here defensively to try to stem the tide here against this Hawks offense? Let's go football game just about to reach the 2-hour mark here this evening in Horace. Garai gets another crease. Trayton Mount going to bring him down at the 49-yard line, maybe the 48. I'll mark at the 49 for a gain of 8. But these runs now are becoming not 2 or 3 yard runs. These are 5, 10, 15-yard runs here. And the Hawks are more than willing to keep this going and milk this clock right down to goose eggs and enjoy a homecoming dance a little bit later on tonight. High school football here on YourLiveEvent.com. Post-game show coming up after the conclusion of this one. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Shotgun, make that under I formation here for Stefanowicz. Huskies showing a blitz up the A-gap. They bring it. Able to get the first down is going to be Horace to Otterson. Pass the 45 to the 44. That'll be about a gain of 4 yards. I'll give him the 44, so give him 5. Otterson 5 carries for 25 yards. If you're Wahpeton now you really got to start bringing some pressure. You got to start ripping the football, trying to do something to get the ball back if you're the Huskies. Horace just slowly, methodically moving the football down the field here on the ground game. Huskies with 4 down linemen, 8 men in the box. Play clock gets to 3. They hand it off here. Otterson yet again past the 40. A handful of Huskies come in, but not before. Again, there's a gain of 3 to 4 yards here as Otterson will get 4. 6 carries for 29 yards here on the night. As he will handle it, 2nd down upcoming. 2nd and 6 upcoming here for the Horace Hawks. As they will come out now. Play clock to 10. Stefanowicz under center. Pitches this one off. Otterson makes a man miss at the 40. Spins his way. Gets about 2, maybe 3 yards, and able to bring up a 3rd down upcoming here. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line. 7 carries for 29 yards. The Horace Hawks right now trying to milk this game away on the ground game, and why not? When you can get 5 yards almost per rush, the clock keeps winding. We're getting to the 3-minute mark in a game that has flown by here tonight here in Horace. The first quarter took nearly a half hour. Since then, it's just been humming along. 1 wide receiver, both to left and right. As Garai comes out and dots the I. The Horace Hawks need to pass the 35, and they will get that to about the 30-yard line, and they will make it to the 32 for a gain of 5. 26 carries for 180 yards. 1st and 10, Horace. Garai tonight with 2 rushing touchdowns. Stefanowicz with 2 passing, with 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air for a 57-yard completion to Green. 1st and 10, Hawks. Another 1st down if Wahpeton doesn't call any timeouts, does it. Harvey McMahon, the head coach here for Horace. Trying to win on homecoming night and improve to 5-1 on the season. Pitch play goes to the outside here. Garai will handle it to the 30, and there's going to be a horse collar or a face mask, whatever you want to call it, as that's going to be a gain of 6. 27 carries now for 192 yards for the Wahpeton Huskies. This will be their 5th penalty of the game, and if it's a personal foul, it will be half a distance to the goal line. Ball again at the 26-yard line here, and that nearly puts it into a 1st and goal situation. So you're going to have the face mask. So you go from the 26 to the 13 for a 13-yard penalty. 5 penalties now for 43 yards on the night. Taylor Stefanowicz, the senior quarterback, going to be enjoying a senior homecoming here. 1st down and 10 upcoming here for the Horace Hawks. As the quarterback right now, trying to put the exclamation point here on this one. 1st down and 10. Handoff. This one bounces to the outside. Garai puts the helmet down. He's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 12. And if you're the Hawks at this point, you can just take a couple of knees if Wahpeton doesn't call any timeouts, but you want to obviously get up by 3 scores, not so much to run the score up, but just to make sure you don't fumble or have something funny happen. As you have a 200-plus yard night here for Garai so far on the night. 204 yards on 28 attempts. Not a bad night here for the tailback, the junior. Here comes Fell to dot the I here. Stefanowicz under center. Stefanowicz handoff. Fell to the outside. Landon Ralph can't make the tackle. Touchdown, Horace. Fell with the rushing score, and the Hawks lead it by 20. And there is your dagger with 93 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Horace, 3 possessions in the second half. All of them have gone for a house call. Point after attempt upcoming here for Birnbaum here, as Horace took another 7-minute drive off the clock. Snap was good, hold was not, and the point after attempts will not be attempted here, but the Hawks with a new score lead it by 20 late in the fourth on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
High school football tonight on YourLiveEvent.com for the Wahpeton Huskies and the West Fargo Horace Hawks in Double-A football. A couple turnovers has been the difference. Another drive that goes over 7 minutes off the clock. 93 yards capped off by a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Fell here to make it 34-14. Most points given up this season here for Wahpeton, 50 in their season opener against Kindred. Gave up 35 against Minot North. Since then, the defense been playing a little bit better. This is the most points that the Horace Hawks have given up this season, matching what they did with Jamestown at 14. But the result of this one, Horace is going to improve to 5-1 on this season, 2-0 in EDC play. The Wahpeton Huskies will drop to 3-3 and 1-1. As DeVries, I tell you what, you do not want to get that guy out in space defensively, as he is just about one broken tackle away from taking it to the house. They'll have it at their own 42-yard line here for Wahpeton, but there was a lot to like if you're Coach Wade Gilbertson offensively. A couple of things defensively, obviously, like any coach, you want to tune up a little bit. Timeout on the field, brought to you in part by Southview Dental. Go to southviewdental.com. Again, southviewdental.com, providing our timeouts here tonight. But again, for the Wahpeton Huskies, there's some things that you have to clean up, and they knew coming into this season that this would be a tough part of their stretch. Not so much in terms of rankings, even though you're playing the second-ranked team here tonight, and you got the number 1 ranked team at home upcoming next week here for Wahpeton. And then from there, it's all about playoff positioning for the Huskies if you're unable to beat Red River next week with the 2 games they would have after that with South and Grand Forks Central. On our post-game show, we'll let you know about scores going on across the way. Speaking of South, after one half of play, Devils Lake 7, Fargo South 7, Cushman Classic, Red River all over Central 22-0, so it looks like Red River is well on their way to go to 2-0 in region play. Jamestown at Dickinson in the Queen City, the Blue Jays 19, Dickinson scoreless here tonight, and Minot North all over Watford City 21-6, and Valley City St. Mary's tied at 7 in the first half. A look at your out-of-town scoreboard. So here at Horace, Wahpeton will come out first down and 10. This would be their 3rd possession of the second half. They fake the screen, then they give it to DeVries. DeVries makes a couple of guys miss, and look at DeVries go! DeVries to the 30, 20, 10. DeVries, touchdown Huskies, 58 yards. DeVries with the shimmy and the shake, and the Wahpeton Huskies are back within 2 scores. Again, quick scoring offense. They fake the one side screen to the near side to Mauk. They go to the opposite side to DeVries, 58 yards. 5 receptions here for DeVries so far on the night for 197 yards and 2 touchdowns for DeVries. Do you have him in your Double-A fantasy team? Here's Mauk, right-footed, end-over-end kick is good, and Mauk with the PAT. We got a new score. Wahpeton not going away with 1:15 remaining. Also, they got all 3 timeouts still left, and an onside kick upcoming here from Horace.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This just felt like the children's classic, The Tortoise and the Hare. You got one team that's willing to go 5 yards down the field, milk some time. Wahpeton just with gashing plays. The term now in football is explosive plays, right? You want explosive plays. It's kind of been the term in football. And the Wahpeton Huskies back within 2 scores. They got all 3 timeouts. More than likely going to see the onside kick. And if you can somehow get the onside kick with how quickly they're scoring, you can put yourself right back in this football game. Wahpeton for DeVries, 12 seconds to go 58 yards, make a couple of guys miss. Malk will put this one on the 40-yard line. Horace with about 10 guys between the 50 and the 40-yard line expecting the onside kick. Malk, this one will be a line drive kick, and Gray able to come up with that one right at the 50. That was like playing third base. The ball comes at you quickly. Not a bad, all things considered, onside kick if you're Malk, right? You're trying to kick it hard. Hopefully someone bobbles it, and then your return team able to get there as the Horace Hawks will start it at midfield here in the 4th quarter. So if you're Horace right now, all you need to do, get a first down. That officially puts the game to rest. Wahpeton with 3 timeouts if they want to burn them, with 75 seconds remaining here in this one. So they nail in the coffin with that rushing touchdown again by Fell. Wahpeton says not so fast, my friend, with just over 75 seconds remaining. The Hawks will see this one under center with Stefanowicz. Stefanowicz, pitch play to the outside, able to get about 4 yards by number 4. As Fell, and there's a timeout by Coach Gilbertson. So 4 yards on the rush. We will break with them. 12 carries now for 65 yards. Timeout Wahpeton there first here on your liveevent.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Out-of-town scoreboard update for you. Shanley leads West Fargo starting the second half 7-6. Bismarck in 3A 21-zip over Century. Davies over Fargo North 41-7. So far some of the scores in 3A here tonight across the state of North Dakota. Kindred all over Northern Cass 29-0, flexing as the number 1 team in the state in 1A. Velvet, Drake, Animus Garrison, that co-op just gets bigger by the day. It's 14-7 over Bishop Ryan, number 2 versus number 3 in the state in 1A. Here at Horace, 66 seconds remaining on homecoming night. Huskies with 2 timeouts remaining. A first down again puts the game away here officially for the Hawks. Pitch play. Fell. Gets his way to the 45, and he's going to get tackled there. Good job by Wahpeton on the pursuit there by Brushert for about 2 yards and makes it a 3rd and 4 upcoming. Timeout brought to you in part by Southview Dental. Southview Dental, your dental care home in Moorhead. 67 yards. Timeout Wahpeton. They'll have 1 remaining. And with the Huskies, got to get it to 4th down. More than likely, Horace would go for it at this particular juncture. You get the first down again. The game is officially over. This would be an interesting rematch if these 2 teams were to see each other again, potentially in the playoffs. If both teams can get there, Horace, with this win, gets them 1 step closer of trying to punch their ticket. With about 6 teams, you feel like 2 wins gets you probably close to that 4 seed. Maybe you have to have a head-to-head. If you get to 3 wins, that's going to put you in the playoffs, and anything after that is just gravy of trying to be a top 2 seed. You want to be a top 2 seed, you host a quarterfinal round game. If you're the 1 seed from the East, then the road to the Dakota Bowl goes through your home venue. Again, timeout brought to you in part by Southview Dental Care. So if you're the 1 seed, you would host the quarters. If you win, you get to host the semis. Then you get to go to the Dome in mid-November. Thanksgiving's late this year. State volleyball's 21st through 23rd of November. I want my gravy and chicken and turkey before that. Here's a third down upcoming play action. Stefanowicz going to the deep ball down the field. Has a man for the kill shot to the 10-5. Bauer. End zone. Touchdown. They roll him out. You had a chance at the flat. They take the shot down the field for 44 yards. And there is the game here for Horace officially. 194 yards here for Stefanowicz. Bauer with his third reception. That'll be now for 67 yards in the score. And the Hawks now with 4 possessions in the half with 4 touchdowns. Birnbaum to come on for the point after attempt here. And a flurry of scoring in the last 30 seconds of game action. This one, is it in or is it out? They will call it in. The PAT is good. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. Horace leads it by 20.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
High school football on yourliveevent.com. The Horace Hawks had another score here, 4 possessions in the half. All 4 have resulted in a touchdown as well. Horace 41-21 over the Wahpeton Huskies. Here the Hawks 14 points in the first, 14 points in the third, 13 points here in the fourth quarter play. Wahpeton 7 in the second, third, and 7 so far here in the fourth. Don't want to say that they won't score again because they have 1 or 2 plays and you get it to DeVries and the man just takes off and goes for a touchdown. Here's the kick, a high end over end kick, going to be picked up at the 30-yard line. Wahpeton fumbles the football. Horace looks like they recover. If it wasn't ground impeded here, the Hawks should get the ball back, and all they'll need is a knee or two here. And it looks like Horace will have the ball offensively, and they will. The officials talking it over here just to make sure. And it looks like it will be Horace football, and if that's the case, they just need to take a knee as the officials are coming over, and they might say it's. So Wahpeton will hand it, so it will not be a fumble. The Huskies, they will say the ground caused the fumble. So 46 seconds remaining. Wahpeton will have it at their own 36-yard line here. And it will be a 1st and 10 Wahpeton. So the Huskies now will have to get everything readjusted themselves to offensively here, making sure they get everything situated as they will handle the football offensively. Play clock has yet to start here as they're making sure both teams get everything situated. As Wahpeton looks on the far side for what the play call will be upcoming here. Looks like we'll get a couple new players into the contest here for the Huskies as well. Quarterback will still be again in Bjorn Kubala. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 in the near sideline here for Wahpeton. Kubala looking to hand this one off. That's going to be maybe for a loss of 1, possibly 2 on the handoff here for Levi. As that tackle again will be Austin Fensky. So Fensky is going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11, and that one is going to do it. Wahpeton will not run another play. Your final here tonight from Horace, 41-21. The West Fargo Horace Hawks with the win here will improve again to 5-1 on the season. While for the Wahpeton Huskies, they will drop to 3-3. Wahpeton next up with Red River on Friday night. While for the Horace Hawks, they will square off with the Devils Lake Firebirds at home a week from tonight. Our post-game show is coming up next. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, take a look at the final numbers, and hear from a couple of victorious Hawks as well. When we return again, your final Horace with the 20-point win here on your liveevent.com.
Transform your space with premium painting. Whether you're looking to remodel an existing space or add new construction from residential, commercial, and industrial, Premium Painting's team of experts delivers top-notch quality and attention to detail on time and on budget. Premium Painting offers services from drywall, wall coverings, millwork, and painting. For a free estimate, contact Forrest Treitel at paintfargo.com or call 701-200-2797.
From routine checkups to advanced treatments such as same-day crowns and implants, Southview Dental Care offers personalized care that fits your needs. They are there when you need them most, offering emergency examinations with same-day treatment in most cases. Have a cold sore or canker sore? Southview Dental Care provides laser treatments to address these painful conditions. Schedule your next dental appointment at southviewdentalcare.com. That's southviewdentalcare.com. Southview Dental Care in Moorhead is your dental home.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back here, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is EnbridgeEnergy.com for career opportunities. On our post-game show here, kind of a 1-2 combination, but I think when you run for 304 yards, you got to give the big guys up front some of the due diligence, and Levi Gordon, Adam Bamba, Rederath, Johnson, and Somerville. That is the part A. The part B, when you get a running back to rush for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns, that's the 1A, if you will, with Ty Garai. Ty Garai, and then the offensive line here for the Horace Hawks is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. As the Horace Hawks again improve to 5-1 on the season, it's the most points they've scored and a season high as well with 41 points here for Horace. Take a look at the second half. Horace 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, a Garai 6-yard rushing score, Stefanowicz 1-yard score, a Phil 1-yard score, and Stefanowicz to Bauer 44-yard touchdown. For the Wahpeton Huskies, a touchdown, interception, touchdown, and game. You had Kubala to DeVries for 55 yards, Kubala to DeVries for 58 yards here for the Wahpeton Huskies in a football contest, and is able to finish here tonight in 2 hours and 20 minutes. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. Take a look at the final numbers next here on your liveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
When it comes to keeping your home comfortable, Bears Home Solutions has all your needs covered. From expert heating and cooling services to top-notch plumbing and fireplace installations, their team ensures your home stays cozy year-round. Trust their experienced professionals to handle it all, efficiently, affordably, and with a smile. Ready to upgrade? Call Bears Home Solutions at 701-365-0365 or check them out on Facebook. Bears Home Solutions, where comfort meets excellence. As we take a look at the final here again tonight, taking a look at some of the final numbers in this one. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks, able to get 498 yards of offense, 52 carries, 304 yards here tonight. They did not commit a turnover, 5 penalties for 45 yards. For the Wahpeton Huskies here this evening, 331 yards of total offense. They would have 238 yards through the air, 93 on the ground on 20 attempts here for the Wahpeton Huskies. They would have 2 turnovers, 5 penalties for 43 yards here for Wahpeton. Garai with a really nice performance again, 28 carries, 204 yards with a couple touchdowns on the ground. Fell with 13 carries for 67 yards, a rushing score. Stefanowicz 3 carries, 8 yards with a score. Otterson 7 carries for 24 yards, and Nordic with 1 carry for 1 yard. Stefanowicz through the air, 10 of 17 for 194 yards and 2 touchdowns here tonight. Johnson with 4 catches for 60 yards. Bauer 3 catches for 67 yards and a score. And Green with 3 catches for 69 yards and a score as well here for the Horace Hawks. While for the Wahpeton Huskies here tonight, they would have Kubala with a good performance. 12 of 21 for 238 yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Mauk had 19 carries for 94 yards. Fensky 1 carry for -1. DeVries 5 receptions for 194 and 2 touchdowns. Gilbertson 2 catches for 6 yards. Steffens 1 for 3. Then Mauk had 4 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown as well. That's a look at your numbers across the way here tonight, as well as the Wahpeton Huskies. Now 1-1 on the season in the EDC. They dropped to 3-3 on the year. Their next 3 games, 2 of them at home. Their next one against Red River. Then they go to South. Then they host Grand Forks Central. While for the West Fargo Horace Hawks, they will improve to 5-1 on the season, 2-0 in conference play. Horace as well will square off with Devils Lake next week here at home against the Firebirds. They will make their way to Grand Forks Red River on Thursday, then square off with Fargo South on the 25th for the final game of the regular season. When we come back after this, we'll hear from the head coach of the Horace Hawks, it is Harvey McMahon. We'll also hear from their senior quarterback on homecoming night in Taylor Stefanowicz as well, and then we'll put a bow on this one when we return here from Horace as the Hawks again are victorious with a 20-point victory on homecoming night. This is Division AA football here on your liveevent.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here on homecoming night, this interview with Taylor Stefanowicz, brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Taylor, congratulations first and foremost. Homecoming night, able to get the win. You start off strong right off the bat, 2 scores immediately. You play with the lead. What'd you like best about your offensive line here tonight to gush out over 300 yards on the ground rushing for you guys here this evening?
Yeah, 300 yards is really crazy. I'm just really proud on how our team is preaching on finishing and making sure that we give 100% every play. And I'm really proud of the way that they finished and how they were able to push that and make that line of scrimmage.
Let's go through the touchdown pass that you had to Aiden Green that first half. Just take us through the call. Just take us through, playing the wind a little bit as well at your back. Just take us through that touchdown.
We kind of just lined up in this. We just lined up in a 12 formation. It was just kind of like, hey, they're crashing down. Let's just throw it. So that's just kind of how that went.
What is the best trait or characteristic about this Hawks team? You're 5-1 on the season, still got 3 games left. There's still a lot of football to be played. But what's something you best like about this year's version of Horace Hawks football?
Just the community and how they support us through everything. Even though we are a 5-1 team, it's great to see everyone come out here and support and just making sure that we have that family and we're all together and we're making sure that we're we're making sure that we as a team are practicing as a family.
Able to have a bunch of playmakers, obviously, with Mason, with Ty and company. What's it like being able to hand the football off, throw the football to these guys in space? What's it like as a senior QB?
It's really great. I just love that. We're very well-rounded and we can just do whatever.
Hey,
we can pass and we can run.
You can do a little bit of everything. You'll need that as the weather will turn a little cooler out here this season. Taylor, congratulations on the win. We'll let you get ready for the homecoming dance, and congratulations again.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That again, the senior QB, Taylor Stefanowicz. When we return, we'll hear from the head coach, that is Harvey McMahon, around the corner.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
As we continue on our post-game show, this interview brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Joining us now, the head football coach for the Horace Hawks. That's Harvey McMahon. And Harvey, I said on homecoming night, when you haven't been around for 5 decades, how much fun do you get to have? And you said, well, you had some seniors from last year texting you that they were going to be here tonight. You have your 3rd year of a varsity program, your 5th win already here on the season, and one step closer to November. What did you just kind of feel from the support that you had? A great fan base here tonight as well, and a really good start to the game with those 2 opening touchdowns in that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we're a young program, but the community of Horace has done just a great job of getting around us, and they love football down here. You know, the middle schoolers, the elementary kids, you know, everybody down here loves football, and that's really fun for me as a coach because obviously you love being a part of that and leading that. But yeah, no, I mean, the support here was great tonight. Our boys definitely fed off of it, and I think that kind of helped out that fast start.
Taylor Stefanowicz, 3 touchdowns here this evening, 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. Just what did you see from your senior QB?
Well, I saw, you know, what you kind of hope to see from your senior quarterback, which was some leadership. And he showed that leadership. He showed that confidence. You know, he was able to make some checks at the line of scrimmages, which was something, you know, 365 days, you know, ago he couldn't do. So watching him develop like that through the run game and the pass game has been really fun.
I know you can give a lot of credit to your junior tailback in Ty in terms of 200 yards on the ground here tonight, gets in the end zone again. But how about the big guys up front? They were opening up a lot of holes in rushing lanes no matter who was back there for you guys in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, we had a circuit of running backs, you know, Ty, Dylan, and Reed that were back there, but the O-linemen were the consistent up front, and, you know, I challenged them at the beginning. I said, you guys, let's go control the line of scrimmage and plus some, you know, and those guys did a tremendous job. You know, a game ball, definitely the O-line.
You know, this is one of those games where you kind of say, what can you take from it? But I'll say, what does this, I understand it's only one win, as we always say in sports and coaches, but what does this win on homecoming night, get your 5th win of the year, what does this one particularly mean here, you know, on the first weekend of October?
Well, it's nice because, I mean, this is our 2nd home game of the season, and it develops that sense of Hawk pride, you know, and hats off to Wahpeton. They played very well tonight. They're a well-coached team. They're hard-nosed. They're physical. They're fast, and they give you fits. And I was really happy, you know, they pushed our kids, you know, all the way to the end, and I think a win like this, you know, you put that on the belt and you just continue to build on the good and learn from the bad.
Final thing, Harvey, I said it kind of felt like tortoise in the hare. You guys were more the tortoise because you're getting 5 yards down the field. You're taking 7-8 minutes off the clock. Wahpeton with DeVries, boom, they would score a touchdown, you know, down the field. So what was this particular like when you can move the ball offensively? I know there's probably some things that you want to work on anytime you play anybody, but when you can sustain those drives that goes 90-some yards, you take 7-8 minutes off the clock, what does that do for our club?
Well, and it's just poetic justice because in a day where, you know, the Forum had a thing about our defense, you know, in the news, it was our offense that really balanced us out. And so, again, really proud of the guys because, you know, one thing that we love about our offense is it's so diversified. You know, we can run the ball, and we do love to run the ball, but we can pass the ball too. And so you just keep telling the boys, like, you know, whenever the door or the bell rings for you, you just got to answer for your brothers. And, you know, tonight, I would say the O-line, it answered for them, and they controlled that line of scrimmage, and so you're not going to go away from that. You're just going to keep feeding it, and, you know, with an explosive offense like Wahpeton, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And so, you know, one thing I'll look at is that time of possession.
The Horace Hawks will host the Devils Lake Firebirds next week. Harvey, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck moving forward on the season.
Yep, thank you very much.
And again, the head coach, Harvey McMahon, will put a bow on this one on homecoming night for Horace as they pick up the win over Wahpeton.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
Those interviews again brought to you in part by DJ Coulter Agency. Go to DJ Coulter Agency again. Visit their website online by searching djcoulter.com. On behalf of Chase Miller, on behalf of Joey Hughes, I'm Chase Miller. Repeating tonight's final, the West Fargo Horace Hawks pick up the 41-21 win here tonight in Horace on homecoming night. A squad that had 6 wins a season ago. They are now already with their 5th win here on this campaign with 3 more to play. It doesn't get any easier if you're Wahpeton, #1 and undefeated. Grand Forks River comes into town next Friday night. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Check us out on yourliveevent.com or simply subscribe to our YouTube channel for more high school games and coverage here throughout the month of October. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend.